Hello, everybody. I am here. Dealing with last minute technical issues because that's just the way my world goes. How's everybody doing today? Okay, what we got going on here? There we go. Making sure it's actually after the lag. Can you guys hear me okay? Because it sounds a little funny to me from this side. I almost started typing like forgetting that I'm even on live here. So I'm just chilling on the couch, relaxing today. I'll be working later because But mind me, I'm just still getting junk out of the way. There we go. So where's the box? I dropped the box. I threw the box away. Ah, I did. I threw the box away. I've only got half the box. I've got half the box. Let me see. This is the practical tarot wisdom that I'm going to be using today, as always, because it has the keywords and full explanations right on it. Entropy Apothecary says, greetings and salutations to all. Yes, greetings and salutations to all. So what's new and exciting? Lisa and I were just live yesterday, so I don't think there's no new updates from us. Dogs are off sleeping and ignoring me, so we got that going on. There's always a lag. Sometimes a lag can be like up to a full minute. So don't worry about whether or not there's a lag. And for some reason, Stream Elements bot is running. So if you guys like playing around with Magic 8 Ball, just type !8 ball, all one word, and then a question, and then you'll get a fun answer. So yeah, it's new and exciting. There we go. Yeah, for some reason when the stream first starts, that's when it lags the worst. But yeah, these streams, I don't think there's a stream out there that doesn't lag a little bit. If we could find a better way to do it to guarantee no lag, we would. Oh, yeah, and if you don't type a question, it'll just say some shit at you. It doesn't matter if you actually write the question or not. It's just for fun. So anyway. Yeah. Where's the box? Where did I put the box? I'm afraid to move. I've got this little command center here. I've got a little table over here, so when I turn the cards up, like you guys can see them. I'll keep those off to the side so everybody can see their cards as I get them. Feed the chat coffee. That always makes me speed up. Yeah, I wish we could. But anyway, okay, so I'm just here to screw around, do some readings, get some practicing in. For those of you who may not know, I'm a forever noob, so I like to either use a guidebook, guidebooks are slower, so doing these lives, I think I'll unless I come up with a better idea, I think I'll probably almost always do my lives with this deck because the meanings are right there, and then I can have more time for more questions. So I'm just here for fun and for chit chats and for practice. You guys feel free to chat among yourselves or do whatever. What else am I supposed to say before I get started? Is there something I'm supposed to say before I get started? I can never remember. Anyway, ooh, hard no, Pia. You ain't going nowhere. So, okay, you guys don't need me. Enjoy that. Oh, you don't have to pay for a reading. But I'll start with you since you're the first one to put in a question. Here's the format that we're going to use, though. I'll do entropy apothecary first. Oh, this is just a reading cloth that I made. This is I borrowed this. I made this for Lisa, and I borrowed that so that I can have a nice background to put the cards on. Okay, so what we're gonna do, and I'll give you a second to decide as well, Entropy. What we're gonna do is, if you put your question in this format, I'm on my wife's channel, so this is the format from Lisa right there. Hello, Melissa. Come on, I just hit enter. There it is. Okay, so put question in all caps so that I'll find it. Then the question, okay, and then if it's okay for the group, it says right there, if it's okay for the group or others, if it's okay for other people in the group to publicly read for you in the chat as well, then just put okay for group. Okay, So yeah, if it's not okay for the group, it does not have to be okay for the group. But I know that there's a lot of people that come in here because they want to practice too. So if you don't mind, and you'll get multiple readings out of it, right? But if you don't mind more than just me answering the question, put down okay for group at the end of your question. And then you'll get more than one answer, more than one outlook, more than one something. And like I said, I'm a forever noob, so I'm not trying to answer life's questions. Well, I guess I am, but I'm not trying to find the answers to the universe and everything like that. So let us start with, there it is. I am in between residences. We have a house to sell up north. What can I expect from our next place to live? Okay, so what can you expect? Okay, so the way I read these, I do read reversals, and because these cards are sideways, if the card is at the top, it's upright. If the text is at the top, then it's in reverse. So let me see. I think 2 might be enough. So this is upright, and it's the King of Wands. Demonstrate leadership through purposeful action. Rather than observing others up to you for your swift response, it will be up to you to motivate the involvement of others. Basically, I'm looking at the King of Wands as it applies to a new residence, means that you're going to have plenty of opportunities to make connections. I don't think it necessarily means a leadership role, because you got to work your way up to that. Let's see, the 8 of Pentacles is the next one, though. This card encourages your impulse to learn new things and put new skills to good use. Don't stop investigating things. Take a class or learn a craft, whatever you're undertaking, give it your all. Now, this was in reverse. Now, that doesn't mean don't do these things. But what it means is, okay, you're going to be getting out there and meeting new people and finding new opportunities. That could or could not lead to leadership positions. That's not going to be happening right away, but yeah, you're gonna be meeting new people, doing new things, and probably having a good time of it. Don't be so wrapped up in. Now, the 8 of Pentacles upright encourages your impulse to learn new things and put new skills to good use. So when it's reversed like that, it's not saying don't put your skills to good use, but I am thinking that it might mean don't be so reliant on the old skills that you're refusing to learn the new skills. When you're in a new situation always requires a new outlook, a new this, a new that. So I don't read reversals as direct opposites or as the most horrible interpretation possible. So yeah, you're gonna have opportunities to make really good, solid connections in your community. Don't forget, be willing to learn new things. Be willing to bring your skills to the table to help the new community. Be willing to learn new skills as part of that community. Don't get wrapped up in the negative aspects of that, and it's kind of generic. So you'll probably recognize what that means as you encounter it. But yeah, sounds like it's going to be a good move. Okay, let me just get the rest of these questions. See what I got here. I'm going to ignore Sophie. No, I'm not going to. I'll ignore you for a minute. Anyway, so ask your question. This is the practical tarot. I dropped the box. I can't find it. I don't know where it went. I mean, I literally had the box like 5 minutes ago, but I don't have it right now. This is the Practical Tarot Wisdom by Arwen Lynch. It's my favorite deck of all time because it's the easiest one in the world for me to live with. Yeah, Apothecary says, I see a handyman special in my future. Yeah, but you know what? You're going to make a lot of, you bring your old skills to that and then make connections in the community, learn the new skills that you need. But it doesn't look like it's going to be a bad time. It's going to be new. It's going to be interesting, and it's going to do you some good. It's King of Wands. It's going to do you some good. Okay, so don't forget to ask your questions. Leave them here. I have 2 stars. What do we got here? Okay. So I do that. Come on. Ooh, Melissa actually has her glasses on. Okay. So put the word question in all caps to start the question. Then give me your question. If it's okay to share with the group, just at the end say okay to share with okay for the group, and then anybody else who wants to play along at home can. And you can okay, if you're playing along at home, don't share it unless the person who's asking has given the okay. I know a lot of people are either playing along at home by seeing if they agree with what I'm drawing, and I know other people are doing their own draws, and that's okay. That's kind of what I'm here for. That's what I'm here for. That's why I'm doing this. So anyway. Let me see. There we go. Okay. I'm just going to say okay, and it's like, okay, like I'm an announcer kind of way. Okay, so Sophie says, feeling stuck and out of place. Should I take a leap of blind faith to do something left field or play the long game? Okay, let's see what we got. I'm going to say okay all day. You ever do that? You guys ever do that? You pick a word and it becomes your word of the day, whether you like it or not. Okay. I really do not want to say okay every 30 seconds. Well then, I think I'll be drawing an extra card. Let's see what this is. Okay, so this is the Hermit. Never hesitate to take time for yourself. A call for a needed retreat must be answered. Explore your physical world. If you can't wander into a deep green wildwood, look for a park or even out your window. Take time to engage with your inner self, put everything else on pause so you can recharge. So I think a small leap of blind faith is probably a good thing. Taking the time, okay, when you look at never hesitate to take time for yourself, like you're talking about a leap of faith, never hesitate, like that's pretty telling right there, just in the way that this card is coming out. And there's the Hermit, like he's looking, like, you know, he's looking for a lot of things, but he's also looking for a new path. I don't think I think how far out in left field, that's for you to decide, but a leap of blind faith is probably not going to hurt you right now. Now this is in reverse, so I think there's already an opportunity waiting for you, and you're hesitating. I think that's why this card is in reverse. I don't think it means that you shouldn't take the leap. I think there's always small leaps that are available to us that don't have to disrupt the rest of our world. I think there's a small leap that's already available that you just got to go, oh yeah, I can be doing that. But we're looking out here at the Eight of Swords. Eight of Swords, never feel like your thoughts were all out to get you. This card reminds you to open your eyes. The Hermit and the Eight of Swords together are kind of the same thing, because the Hermit is all about contemplating, thinking, meditating on an idea. And the Eight of Swords is you're contemplating, thinking, and meditating on an idea and freaking yourself the fuck out. So that is, I think this is in reverse. This is basically saying, don't freak out. Like, you know, I don't know how best to describe this. Like I said, sometimes reversals are the exact opposite. Usually there's some subtlety in there. Question negative thoughts. Who is giving them power over you? So I think what you've got going on right now is a situation where I think your leap of faith isn't as blind as you think it is. I think you just need to get over whatever is holding you back from doing that, from taking that leap of faith. And I don't think it's going to require something so completely out in left field to make a big change in your life. And I don't necessarily see this as, I think you're afraid that you have to give something up in order to make that happen. Way out in left field, that's way different. I don't think you have to give up a lot to make that happen. I think you're just afraid that making it happen will make you give up a lot. And the next card is the Nine of Cups. Count your blessings today. So whatever it is you're thinking of doing, I don't think it needs to be as extreme or as over the top to make a big difference. I think you should take the leap of blind faith, but you probably don't need to leap as far as you think you do. And I don't necessarily think you even have to give up the long game. I think that just that small thing is going to make a big. So I think it's relatively small, relatively easy, and you've got a lot going on that's going your way right now, whether it feels like it or not. So I don't think you have a lot to worry about. Okay. I did it again. Oh my freaking God. You know, it's a lot more fun when the word of the day is a swear word. It really is. Yeah, she says, yeah, there's an opportunity, but I'm worried it'll cost me a friend if I take it. So I'm freaking out. I don't know, the way the cards came up, I think there's a way to explore the idea where you'll know for sure what it's going to do to your friendship before you, instead of taking a blind faith look before you leap, but don't be afraid to leap. But yeah. Am I missing anything? Okay. I swear to God. I swear to God. Yep. Oh, yeah. I got your question, Sophie. It's right there. I'm just scrolling back and make sure I haven't missed any questions. Okay. I'm pretty sure I'm up to date on questions. You guys don't have a lot of questions today. Wait. I think I saw the word question. I got that one. And don't forget, I'm just practicing. I'm just practicing. No question is too big or too small. Oh, this is a different. Oh, Sophia. Okay. Sorry, I saw Sophia, and it's like, oh, Sophia, I already answered your question. Somebody else. Names can be very, very similar. So, okay. So I've got Melissa DeVries. I got cards falling on the floor. Come on, get over here. Scoop it into place with your toes. That's what you're. How can I get off my butt to finally meditate? And Melissa says it's okay. If anybody in the group wants to also do a reading on this for her, she's okay with it. Oh my, I don't even know how to shuffle cards. Okay, how can I get my butt to finally start meditating? Okay, for the group. So you're looking for ideas here. What kind of ideas? This is what I keep forgetting to do is I just leave it on the question and I forget to go back over to the main chat so I can actually see. Okay, Kehan. Oh, okay, that's not. There's Michelle. Don't mind me if I don't. I'm still like. If Lisa were here, she could start the questions for me, but she's at her muggle job, so I do many, many meditations a day. Okay, how can I get off my butt to finally start to meditate? Five of Swords. Often you get caught up in the struggle to better yourself. Aha, this came reversed, okay? I'm not even going to draw another card because I don't need to, because this tells me everything I need to know. There is a trap that we can get stuck in that I don't think it has a name. It probably does. Working hard at working hard. You're working so hard at trying to work hard that you're just going in circles. Often you get caught up in the struggle to better yourself. This can come at the expense of friends and family. Reevaluate any fights you've let yourself get drawn into. Remember that you don't have to accept every invitation to an argument. You're so busy. You're feeling like it's a struggle. So all you can think of is the struggle, and instead of just doing it, you're busy with other things. So instead of saying, "Oh, I didn't need to do that right now. I'll do it later," that's a struggle. Now I'm working really hard at finding time to meditate, and you're working so hard at it that you're not actually getting any space to do anything about it. Do you know what I mean? Working hard at working hard. I don't know if that makes sense. JTK Love Letters pulled the Seven of Pentacles on the Omni Tarot. Making a calendar and scheduling your meditation time would do wonders. It would give you structure. See, that would work. And that would get you past this because then you're not struggling. Then you've got a plan. If your plan doesn't play out, that's a different thing. But now it's not about the struggle. Melissa got for you Seven of Swords, don't fear the future. Yep, see, sometimes death card, try not to have too much going on. I think these cards are all all very, very, very connected to the same thing. Letting day-to-day struggles distract you, not setting a plan. I don't know about, okay, for different people, setting a plan makes a difference. Like for me, Monday is always, Lisa and I always do certain things on Monday. We have a very specific routine on Monday. And in order to make that work, we eat out every Monday. Because it's like, well, by the time we get this and this and this and this and this done, so we don't make getting dinner on the table the struggle. We make that the compromise so that we don't have to struggle with everything else. And this is the same thing. So it's about picking your battles and don't get caught up in how hard it is. Get caught up in, okay, how easy are the solutions? Oh, and I didn't realize it was more to JT love letters. So you can commit to the actual process. Also have patience. Yes. And again, the Five of Swords, is not a patient card. And I think that's something else that's happening. Anyway, we'll stop beating you up now. And well, this is cool. We as the collective get to like just truth bomb people. This could be a lot of fun, guys. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Where's my next victim? It's recovering after Sunday shenanigans. Yeah. Okay. Dymo M has said okay for the group. What do I need to hear? What do I need to hear? Not want to hear. Oh, what do I need to hear versus, there's always want versus need. What do I need to hear from my guides, especially regarding grief or identity crisis, whatever comes through? Okay. This one's a pretty heavy topic. Ooh, that's like Lisa's at her day job. She can't. Well, she'll come in and play for a bit if she can, but she hasn't got time to go. She doesn't always get a lot of time on Mondays. Mondays is her get all the shit from last week caught up day. Hello there. S.L. Wyman's Rockin' Writing, just here to say hi, give likes and wish Peggy luck. Love to have the fur babies and Lisa too. Love to the. Well, thank you. And if you ever want a reading, we're not trying. I'm practicing. We're not trying to take life too seriously. And we're also inviting other people when the person says it's okay, which the Mitro did. D Mitro did. 1 second, everybody. My dog's heard a noise. He's arguing with me. He says, I don't know what that is yet, so I still want to keep working at it. No, we're all done. It's all done. It's done. What the good news is, let's see if I can do this. Why it's not a cheap TV tray. Whatever you're thinking over there. I've got a professional setup on the side. Okay. But on the good news on the way back, I found the lid. There's the box. There's the deck. Okay. Sorry for that, guys. What do I need to hear, not want to hear from my guides, especially regarding grief or identity crisis, whatever comes through. And it's okay for the collective to help. 3 of Wands, upright. Anticipation can be enjoyable as long as you combine action with waiting. Know that you put things into motion. Don't waste time watching. This is a perfect moment to start the next project. Keep the momentum flowing. So right there, it's just all about continuing to move forward. life does not just stop and remain static and wait for you to catch up. So don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to keep moving forward, because the rest of it will come when it comes. And death. Change happens. This was reversed, so these are not happy changes for you. And I can't say not happy. They're like, grief is not a happy change. Identity crisis. If you're still at the stage where you are feeling crisis more than identity, then yeah, it's going to feel like a very unpleasant change for you. So yeah, what you need to hear is I have a trite little saying, and I know it's trite, so bear with me. It sucks, but it's normal. Unpleasant changes, they suck. Change is inevitable. Changes happen, rich or poor. We all face an inconsistent world. So do your best to keep moving. This was upright. This was reversed. Do your best to keep moving forward. These changes are inevitable. They will resolve themselves. You will move on. You will learn to cope. This will be what it's going to be. And you're not in that. It's reversed. You're not in the happy part of these changes right now. And it doesn't, whether or not these changes lead to more happiness and whatnot, that's kind of up to you. That's what this is saying. That's kind of up to you, and not how you process. We all process differently, but how you navigate everything else that's going on at the same time. Does that make sense? And I know it's like, well, that's not very helpful, and it's not. It's not that. It is definitely the need to hear message. I don't have that many questions at the moment. I can take your question again, Sophie. So basically, yeah, the three of wands is saying that life will move forward. You will get past this. You will work through this. You've just got to do the work. Death reversed. These aren't pleasant changes. These aren't pleasant changes, and it may not be pleasant. Things may not start to look or feel better for a while, but these changes are inevitable. There's nothing you can do about it, and just do your best. And that's, like I said, it's okay. When it's always like, oh well, these changes, it always sounds so trite, and it does. I can't go through this for you. Nobody can, right? Sophie got the 6 of coins and strength. It's okay to give and receive everything. Accepting help and giving help are signs of strength, not weakness, especially embracing that part of you. Yeah, and that's an important part of moving on. That's an important part of the death card. That is an important part of the inevitable change. Is that it's sometimes we get locked up in grief and we think that's all we're supposed to do. We get locked up, and in your case, an identity crisis, and you get locked up in that and you forget. It's really easy to just ignore everything else. And it's okay to put that on the back burner once in a while in order to continue moving forward for yourself. SL Lyman is at work. That's okay. It was nice of you to drop in. Lisa's at work. She hasn't dropped in yet either. Missy, if you're taking. Oh, okay. Sophie already. That was a different one. There we go. That was the one I was trying to click on. Temperance, 3 of Wands, and 7 of Wands. You need to slow down and let things happen. Yes. That's what I've been. You ever say something one way and then somebody else just breaks it down for you? Yeah. Let things happen. Let it happen. You can't stop it. You can't change it. So all you can do is just ride through it, get through it. You'll be okay. Things will happen for you. A second. There it is. Okay. Yeah, it's a long flipping journey. Okay. Next question. Where are we at? Doop. Red Skull 2. Yeah, can you guys remember to use this format? Question in all caps so I can spot it. If it's not, I'll probably find it. I'll probably find your question. Don't worry too much. I probably will find your question, but I can still end up missing a question. I'm less likely to miss it if the word question is in all caps. then your question, and if it's okay for the group to answer, just put okay for group, whatever at the end, so that the group has the invitation to help. Because sometimes multiple. What I think is interesting so far is that our reading so far, but we're just starting. Maybe we might be able to, we might find a way to screw this up. But so far the readings are, everybody's stuff is complementing everybody else's, you know. And yeah, for Dimitro's, Sophie also reminds you, don't forget to take care of yourself. Okay. Anything that comes up that I should focus on? Okay, for the group to answer. So let's get a couple of cards down. 5 of Swords. And 4 of Swords. So both of these are upright. So 5 of Swords, again, we've already had that one a few minutes ago about this card is about getting caught up in the struggle to better yourself. And it can come at the expense of friends and family. So something to focus on. Don't be afraid to better yourself. But you may be in a position right now where you're focusing on that and kind of forgetting about other people in your world that maybe need or deserve your attention too. Just often occurs what they tell you, not expecting anything with shuffling up Page of Cups and Peggy of Swords. We got to look at that in a minute. We got to look at that in a minute. Okay. So the 5 of Swords is about often you get caught up in the struggle to better yourself. So great. It's great that you're bettering yourself. Pardon me. I had pop with lunch, so that's my bad. But you may be in a stage right now where you're focusing on so much on that you may be missing other things that you need to be paying attention to. And only you can decide if that's, only you can make the decision if that is something that you've been doing lately. But what you've also got, sometimes the ability to rest seems like a luxury. Make sure you're indulging in the fine art of self-care. So this is a balancing act, right? You're working hard at working hard, which is kind of what the 5 of Swords, every time I see the 5 of Swords, I'm reminded of that saying, working hard at working hard. You're really, really busy doing that, but you're not actually engaged. So you're working hard at improving yourself, but you're not working on self-care. And that means taking the time to rest, relax, recharge, refocus, that sort of thing. So you're not putting a lot of energy into that. So that's what you should be focusing on is. And it's kind of funny because this is saying like, okay, like for some people, yoga, meditation, walks, reading, sometimes for some people, those are acts of self-improvement, right? So this seems contradictory, but it's not. Don't be working so hard at working at it that you're dropping off all of the enjoyment, even if it's the exact same thing. Maybe you're working so hard at yoga that you're at yoga 5 days a week and not spending time with your family. But don't forget that you can work at a gentler practice, slow down, don't go as often. You can still take the time to use it as a recharge, not as something that you're working, don't be working so hard at it that you're turning into all work and no play, no pleasure, no fun, no relaxing. Oh, wait. The sound is all over the place. Is it on my end? How's everybody else for sound? Because I've got an external mic plugged in and it should be just fine. Yes. Keep working on a project and be patient. So yeah, don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to work. Don't be afraid to put the work into it, but be patient. Take your time. Slow down with it. Sophie got the 5 of Cups and the Ace of Swords. It's okay to move from something that's upsetting or disappointing, doing something, bring forth the opportunity for something else. Yeah. So you're working really hard at some things that you consider self-improving, but you're kind of ignoring other things that are also just as beneficial. I'm not sure what to tell you, Chantal. If you exit the chat and then come back in, like refresh your browser page, it could clear up whatever sound issues that you're having. Oh, Lisa said it may not. Lisa said it may not. It may be. Just a second, guys. La la la. How's that? Is that better? I didn't have the right microphone selected. If there's a sudden jump in if there's a sudden jump in the sound, it might be pointed in a weird direction because when I moved it around, it shifted and I couldn't tell which way it shifted. Lisa says the sound is better. How's that for you? Anybody else noticing an improvement? Okay. Yeah, when I plug in an external mic, it's supposed to go automatically, but every now and it didn't. Lisa's here. Okay, so we gotta talk. We gotta stop shit talking. Okay. So who's next? Who has signed up for more of this shit? Yeah, slow down and read a little. I mean, so maybe right now you're reading War and Peace. Well, maybe it's time to read something a little bit less. I don't know, but yeah, you're too much of a good thing, right? Working hard. Okay. Did I get it to go off? Nope. Okay. The next question is for Star Labburst. If I am pronouncing anything really, really so badly that you need to correct me, please, by all means, go ahead and let me know what the proper pronunciation is because, yeah. I can be bad for that. I can be bad for that at the best of times. Let's just show this for a second, then we'll get back. Okay, one follow-up question. Y'all told me to rest, but I've been on vacation for 2 months. Yeah, but I don't know. I mean, let's see. Let's get one more card and see what's going on because resting and vacationing can be two different things. Sometimes vacationing can be really stressful. It's like if you're on so you're on a vacation, you've gone on vacation to Japan, but you've only got $40 left in your bank account. That's not relaxing at all, right? This came up in reverse. Prepare to act. Something needs to be fully engaged. Passion is a good leader. If you rein it in, pay attention to things that require a lot of energy. Events are in your favor. Enthusiasm can carry you far. So, I mean, it depends. Yeah, that's a hard one. I mean, that's going to be up to you to decide. But if you've been on vacation for 2 months and maybe that just doesn't suit what you need right now. Maybe what you need right now is a little bit of that self-care type of act. Self-care and self-indulgence are two different things. A vacation is usually, I don't know, depends on where you are and what you're doing on your vacation. But if you're off surfing and hang gliding every day, you're probably super busy and super distracted and not spending a lot of time on you, on your entertainment, but not on your personal growth, on yourself. That could be something that's going on. Yeah, Melissa DeVries just said, I always need a vacation from my vacation. You could be now, if you've been on vacation for 2 months, you could be bumping into a little bit of that energy. I mean, I think that's something that's definitely a bit of a conundrum. That's something for you to decide. But there is a saying, there is such a thing as too much of a good thing. So, you know, maybe you're worrying about maybe there's too much worry about what you're going to come back to. I don't know. That's always interesting. Sophie got the 10 of Swords as an added card. Returning to the waking or usual world might have awoken the things you left behind, and now they're pulling at you. Now that's interesting. Oh, hey, Robin. By the way, hi to everybody else that I never bothered to say hello to when they came in. I am bad for that. I am super, super bad for remembering to actually say hi to people because usually it's going so fast for me I can't keep up anyway. So it's like I just give up. I gave up a long time ago. Yeah, I think it might be that you've entered too much of a good thing category and now you're kind of like dreading going back to the real world. That could be it. Yeah, it's a bit of a conundrum if you're already in vacation mode. Seven of Wands, there is still energy of being under pressure. So we said it's okay that I don't greet you guys. It's the cards that matter. Oh, that's for somebody else. Sorry, I thought it was for you. Oh, it's okay if you have to do more than one. Yeah, sometimes it's hard to stay in the 200 letter limit. But yeah, so Ten of Swords is like, yeah, so maybe this is resolving around energy that you're going to be dealing with when your vacation is done. It's hard to say, but I would say, yeah, too much of the wrong good thing. I don't know. It's kind of making sense in my head. I'm just not sure how to articulate it, but I still do think that what I said is accurate, though, that, working hard at relaxing can also be its own. What's going on there? Sorry, there's something stuck to my camera. I got a little dot in the middle of my forehead and it's not going away. Or is it on the screen? Oh, no, it's not the camera. It's my computer screen. Okay. I'm going to move on to the next one. We'll leave that one there. Okay. I'll draw a card, but I really need to dig up. I literally wrote an article about when, where, and how to tell a secret. And I will tell you right now, there are some criteria before you should even decide whether or not to tell a secret. Number one, will you be safe if you tell your secret? I mean, I don't live your life. Maybe somebody's going to get mad and beat you up. Maybe you're going to get kicked out of your house. Maybe. Always look at what are the potential consequences of revealing this secret, and can I handle it? Now, when I first wrote the article, it was about coming out as a gay person, but everybody's in a closet of some kind. Your closet is, you have a secret. It's not about you, but it's going to cause some problems. It's important, but you don't know what to do. So you are now in a closet. You are in a closet because it's like, okay, what do? I have this information. Do I share it? And number one rule is, are you going to be safe? Is the person that this is about going to be safe? Does their safety matter to you? Is there a chance that you will lose your job, your house, your spouse? Is there a possibility that people who are important to you are no longer going to be a part of your life? So I'm going to pull a card for you, but I am just going to say I feel very strongly about this. And every time this comes up as a topic of telling a secret, I have the exact same lecture almost every time. Toadstool Tarots, have I ever been flummoxed by cards? Lisa has flung my way to read them. No, because I always have a book handy. If the cards, Lisa gave me one deck that kind of confused me, so I just went and got a book. And so I never really, I have no qualms whatsoever about reading a book. I either read the book that comes with the deck or one of my favorite books, like Kitchen Table Tarot or one of those types of books. So when I get flummoxed, I just walk away, though, because if I'm all flummoxed and frustrated, I can't do a good reading to save my life. So anyway, I'm gonna get back to Sophie. I'm trying to. Post it again, Star, because I thought that I got to yours, so I may have removed yours by accident. So could you please post it again? Anyway, so back to my lecture, my TED Talk. This is a very common topic this has been a very common topic in the gay community for a very long time. So if you change the word to, instead of Mom, I'm gay, Mom, I crashed the car, Mom, I'm the one who took that money from your wallet, or whatever, then you'll know what I mean about a secret. So your checklist, you said it's important, but like I said, you have to, I've talked to people, I've met people who've like, I came out of the closet and my parents kicked me out of the house and cut off my college fund. They stopped paying for my college. And now not only can I not go to college, but I'm homeless. You have to evaluate your willingness to share your secret against the possible outcomes. And I always advise every single person, every single time. My TED Talk is, if you think that, not never, I've talked to people who thought my parents loved me, they would never do this to me, or my family, or my friends, or my coworkers, or my boss. I told them this and got fired, and blah, blah, right? Always, if you think it's important, if you think it's a big secret, if you think it's big enough, make sure that your safety your housing, your job. Make sure that you will be okay if it doesn't go well. Make sure you make, if this is about somebody that lives in the same house as you, then, a parent, a sibling, make sure you got someplace else to stay for a couple days till things blow over. Anyway, that's the TED Talk. I feel very, very, very incredibly strongly every single time I encounter this thing. So I don't have a lot of questions right now. Sophia just asked if I'm taking more than one question. I don't have a lot of questions right now. So unless I'll take more than one question for now, but if we start getting more questions rolling up, then I'll start skipping people's second questions. That makes sense? Anyway, yeah. So, oh shit, I gotta go back to the question and find it again. So yeah, like Sophie says, never underestimate what people are willing to do when they're afraid or confused or upset or pissed off or angry or disagree or never. Anyway, I am throwing cards all over the floor. Well, look at that. 4 of Wands. Actions you have taken pay off. Others have noticed your work at putting things. Others have noticed your work at putting things together. So I think there's a lot of people out there that already know that you know something. It's the perfect time to plan that promotion party or graduation. No need to keep driving forward. It looks like things are probably going to be okay for you to tell this secret. So it looks like you will probably be fine. The next card is the 4 of Pentacles. Pay attention to your bottom line. Don't make any rash cash decisions today. Don't loan money. So if this is a secret regarding something to do with the job, people are probably already thinking, I'm kind of making assumptions because of course that's oh, I've already got your question, Sophie. Where is it? Oh no, I'm looking at the wrong spot. So this looks like it could be a situation that's going to affect you in it could affect you in a monetary way. You already it looks like you're not likely to be hurt by this question, but it could affect you in a monetary way. So if you know about something, say you know about something that's going on at your job, well, maybe as part of, so-and-so embezzled some money and this is what's going on. Well, this is pay attention to your bottom line. So-and-so's embezzled money and this is what's going on. Well, maybe in part of investigating that, they realize that your department now just, it's like, we're just going to get rid of everybody in the department because it's a bigger problem than you thought. Sorry, but you're losing your job. I don't know. I don't think anything really bad is going to happen. I don't think anything bad is going to happen. I think there may be a monetary effect. It's saying don't loan money and don't make any rash cash decisions. So yeah, everything's probably going to be just fine. But no need to keep driving forward just now. Okay, so if you tell this secret, you're going to be okay. You may be affected financially. Maybe this is somebody you work for and telling this secret's going to make it easier for you to go get another job. This sort of thing. Nothing bad is really going to happen to you. Neither one of these cards are about hurrying. And the King of Wands. Demonstrate leadership through purposeful action. So when the time comes, own it. Oh yeah, this is what's going on. This is when the time comes, don't hesitate. But the time may not be right. The time may not be right this minute. It's not going to matter when this comes out. You're going to be okay. When it comes out, when this secret comes out, don't hem and haw. Because whatever this secret is, it does have it. I don't know if it has a chance of backfiring in a serious way, but yes. Also make sure, as it's not your secret, that the other person is safe too. I kind of skipped that one just because, like, if you know about a crime or something like that, covering it up to keeping, if the person that it's about has done something really, 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 really wrong, then that becomes a different consideration. But yeah, like once you are ready to tell the secret, do it purposefully. Just do it and get it over with. Don't shy away from it. Because if you're shying away from it, going, well, then people are going to think you're involved somehow. So just when the time comes, just be confident. Be confident. Be honest. Be forthcoming. Don't just if you're gonna tell this, if you know King of Wands is gonna tell it like it is. When the time comes, they're gonna be honest. They're gonna go, no, this is what's going on. So don't tell half the secret. Don't tell a quarter of the secret, right? But you don't have both of the fours. Neither one of the fours are about hurrying. You don't need to hurry. Make sure that you've got your ass covered first, and then do what feels right for you. Okay, next one. Where am I? Oh, I know where I am. I'm going to skip down because I know that I missed Star's question. Star had a question and I ended up accidentally deleting it. So I'll do Star Labyrinth next. How should I get over the stagnant place in my career? I like my job, but there's no place to grow. Okay, for the group to answer. Take on a side gig. They're fun. Okay, let me see what we got here. Okay. Four of Wands, upright. Actions you have taken pay off. Others have noticed your work at putting things together. It's a perfect time to plan that promotion party or graduation. Interesting. But you said that there's no place to grow. Why the devil? The message is about your own addictions. How much power do you give to those things that do not serve you? Let this card remind you to stand up, cast off your self-imposed chains. This is interesting. Okay, I've got a thought here. And it's your job, but I like my job, but there's no place to grow. Okay, for the group to answer. But is there some place for the company to grow that you can play a part in being that person? It's like, hey, boss, if you do this, I can take on this, and then we can do this. And in order to facilitate that, all you got to do is give me a raise. It sounds like there is room to grow. And okay, let's be honest. Actions you have taken pay off. So if you're at the height of your career with one company, maybe it's time to put those proven skills, because now that you've reached the top of growth in your company, maybe it's time to join another company where your growth can continue from there. A lot of things that people end up doing is, I like my job, which is great, and that is, but a message I like my job are self-imposed chains. The devil was upright. So this message is about your own addictions. How much power do you give to those things that do not serve you? So if this job, you have to decide. Now, sometimes you like your little ruts, and there's nothing wrong with that. There is nothing wrong with liking your little rut. And it can be a little rut. It can be a big rut. There's nothing wrong with that. But you are in a position, you are very much in a growth position. So if the top of the food chain at your current job is, I'll use an example that sticks with what I know. Okay, so if you're working for a small company and you're now the office manager, well, from an office management perspective, that's about as high as you're going to get into a company, right? So if that's the position that you're in, maybe it's time to move on to a bigger company that has positions above office manager for you to grow into. If you're working in a company where you have lots of clients and customers and whatnot coming and going, maybe one of those clients and customers have noticed you, and a simple conversation could get you a really good offer. It's like, oh no, I would love to work with you. I would love to work with you. I would love to hire you, bring you over to my company. That happens all the time. Do you have to take it? No. Do you want to take it? Maybe not. The opportunities are there. Like the devil card is about self-imposed. You're doing this to yourself. And it's not that, and like I said, it's not that you're doing a good thing or a bad thing, right? But the reason why your career, there's a reason why your place in your career is stagnant, and it's because you're not reaching out for the next level of both career-wise, responsibility-wise, pay rise. And yeah, if the company you're at right now, if the job that you're at right now, or department that you're in right now, is too limited, it's time to either change departments, change companies, change something else. And this is the Six of Cups. Old friends bring you happiness today. So there you go. Old friends bring you happiness today. revisit those places that bring back memories of happy times together. So is there an old coworker, an old company, an old department in this? I don't know how big your company is, right? So maybe you need to look at a different department of the same company and move on from there. I forgot to click the button. Yeah, I get too comfortable at one place. I had a feeling it would say a new company. I'm doing it to myself. Yeah. Sorry, Star. I left it. I have it on two different I have two different windows open, and I can either look at the questions or I can look at the chat, and I wasn't even looking at the chat right now. So let me just see what I missed. Okay. I did it again. Okay, every time I say okay, you guys have to take a shot. I don't care what time of day it is. I'm getting tired of this. I'm saying okay all day. But yeah, I mean, and don't forget, you can be comfortable. Here's the thing. Something that I do think about my old job a lot. That's interesting. Yeah, and this is about old friends. So whether it's your old job or whether it's old coworkers at that job, there are opportunities for you, and they're probably going to be pretty easy for you to get. And yeah, and don't forget, sometimes you don't need the change. Sometimes all you really need is the ego boost of confirming that you can make the change. That's kind of an interesting one to wrap your brain around. But like it's nice to know, right? Like it's nice to know I could go back to a day job anytime I wanted. It's nice to know I ain't doing it. Right. And so sometimes all you really need is to just the knowledge that you can do it. And that kind of changes your whole outlook. So that could be all you need. If that's a way. No, I don't want that one. What am I doing? I want that one there. And I want that one there. Ooh, lots of questions coming in now. Let's see what we're doing here. Sorry, guys. I'm just making sure I... Oh, okay. I just caught up on Sophie's thing. Yeah. See, I would think. Yeah, I would. I'm kind of glad I did the TED Talk. I'm kind of glad I did the TED Talk. It's a matter if it concerns safety, then might be a conversation to have with the person in question first. Okay. Okay. Let me see that. Okay. Don't mind me. I said okay again. Time for that shot. Hey, we could do it mathematically too. We could go, okay, how many times did I say okay? So how bad is the blood poisoning? Okay, so where am I at? Okay, so now I am at, wait a second. Did I just screw up again? I just took Holly C out, didn't I? Holly, please redo your question. I am clicking the buttons all incorrectly all of a sudden. Okay, so I'm going to do Michelle in the meantime. Hi, Michelle says, hi, Peggy. What can I do to best support myself physically and health-wise over the coming month? Okay, let's see. I'm dropping cards all day, and I don't know why. Probably just because I'm clumsy. I took myself to McCrapples for lunch. What's your special nickname for McDonald's? We call it McCrap. It's like, we don't pretend that it's good for us. We just eat it. Okay. Yeah, I'm on your question now. Yeah, I'm falling behind. That's why I check off everything, and that's why I remind everybody as much as possible. There, okay. So I'll do Michelle first, then I'm going to do Holly because I screwed up again. No, where is it? There it is. Okay. I've got 15 questions right now. So no more duplicating because I'm slow today. So we'll stop with the, yeah, oh my God, if I had to do a shot every time I said, okay, I'd have blood poisoning by now. This has been a bad day for it. I wish it was a more fun word, but okay. So what can I best do to support myself physically and health-wise over the coming month? Okay, Father. So 2 of Pentacles, you need to balance home and work is what you need to do. That's pretty freaking obvious, okay? 5 of Pentacles, that's an interesting one. I'm going to stop at 2 and maybe do another one. I screwed up my shoulder, so I wanted to talk about balancing, right? Okay, you need to balance home and work. So if you're having a health, if you're having a health challenge or your health is on a downturn this month, then maybe take a quick look at how much vacation time you've got built up and maybe see if you can get an extra couple of days off this month. That's just that's an added guess response when you see balance home and work. That's usually the go-to response. Oh, you should see about getting a little bit extra time off. But balancing home and work. If you have a job that keeps you going at high intensity all the time, then make sure you're getting the proper help that you need. Make sure that you're say, oh, I need a little help right now. I'm not feeling so hot. Don't forget, you don't have to give people your life story. You just have to get them to help. 5 of Pentacles, don't let pride stop you from asking for help. Oh, look at that. I should have read the second card first. So now when Lisa explains this card to me, because Lisa explains the cards to me all the time, what she points out is, okay, on this card, we have, this is a very stereotypical RWS card. Now, Lisa, if she's still in, or anybody else who knows anything about the cards, because I still struggle with the individual cards. Now, on this card, you've got your 5 of Pentacles. They're in a stained glass mirror. I don't know if the camera goes a little wonky if I get too close. So that they're in a stained glass mirror. They're in a window. So we're thinking like a cathedral, a church, a place of charity, a place of help. These guys are walking past, but they're not going in. They're not even looking. They're like, oh no, things are so bad. Look at me. Don't they let pride stop them from asking for help. Now, in other versions of this deck, what you'll see is either this is a door that's ever so slightly ajar, or just a little bit past there's a door that's ever so slightly open. And you see from the motion that they're going past it, that they're so busy. They're so busy. Like, she's looking down. Oh no, this is really bad. He's looking up. Why is nobody helping me? And neither one of them are noticing that help is right there. So you do have now, and like I said, if I'm remembering what Lisa said, okay. Sophie got the 2 of Pentacles as well, and the Queen of Wands. All the balance. Find the balance. So your work-life balance right now isn't necessarily the greatest. Now, don't forget, balance is an individual thing. You can have better balance than me in some things, and I can have better balance than you in other things. If you've got physical challenges going on right now, and you just basically indicated that you do, so you are trying to keep up with everybody else on the job, and it's screwing up your home life because it's fucking with your health. So don't let pride stop you from asking for help. The help is there. All you have to do is ask for it, and it's not that big of a deal. Don't forget, as much as tarot today, as much as we do not think of tarot as a Christian practice, tarot began using heavily Christianized themes. So the church, which the stained glass generally represents, is a place of refuge. It's there. It's easy. You just have to step in. So that's what this is saying. Remember that there is strength in asking for assistance. You won't get a yes if you refuse to ask. So make use of any help. Make use of the help that's available to you, especially on the job and at home. I mean, I automatically assume on the job, but back when I was a single mom with 2 kids, it was really easy. It was really easy back when I was a single mom to go, oh my God, where am I going to find the balance? And it's like, well, wait a second. The kids can put their clothes in the hamper. I don't need to go picking it up for them. And if they have a drink, if they can take their plate and their cup back to the kitchen. Yay, I did good. Okay, 4 of Cups, Page of Pentacles, 8 of Pentacles. You may be avoiding good things. Don't turn your back on things that may make you better. Fall into a good habit mentally and physically. Do things you like. Yep. So the help is available both at work and at home. It's easier than you think. I will tell you right now, I've got a disability. I've got a fucked up leg. I mean, I don't think, maybe some of you guys don't know that yet. Anyway, I know when to ask for help and I know when to not ask for help. And I know when to, like, there are times, oh my God, there are times where Lisa comes home and she's like, I've had a shit day. And it's like, that's great. You're still cooking dinner because my leg's fucked up. And Lisa's like, but I've had a shit day. And it's like, okay, where are we calling for delivery? Because we plan for it. We plan for it. It's like, so don't be afraid. Don't be afraid to say what help you need. Don't be afraid to let the other people in your world, both at home and at work, do their own adulting so that they can be a part of the solution and not be this problem you have to figure out by yourself. Okay, what's next? Got another one. So, yeah, 5 of Pentacles. Now I got to show Lisa this back and see if I got it right, because that is how I remember her explaining the card to me. If I've got it wrong, then please, by all means, somebody come back later. Don't forget when there's a live chat, after the live chat is over, just so you guys are aware, after the live chat is over, the video will take its time to process. And then once it's done processing, then the chat is available to see again. And sometimes YouTube is just a pain in the ass. And sometimes it can take like hours and hours. There's a couple of times where we've done this, where there's a couple of times where we've done lives and the chat hasn't shown up until the next day. So if you're coming back for that, okay, now I've got to scroll around and get Lexi's question. No, Holly C. It was Holly that I missed. I'm going to do Holly next. I know it's out of order, but I'm going to grab Holly next because I do not know how I've done this twice. I didn't do it at all last time, but I have been clicking something funny and deleting the question. Not deleting, but taking the question off of my list instead of putting it up on the screen. I wish I knew what the hell I was doing. But anyway, what advice do the cards have over the state of my business partnership? I'm feeling one-sided. So what's the next step? Thank you. Okay, so a business partnership. Let's see. Let us see. Okay, so that's for anybody who's just showing up. This is a landscape deck. So what I do is if the picture is at the top, then it's upright. If the picture is at the bottom, like if the text is at the top, then it's in reverse. And I don't do exact opposites for reverses, or usually there's a shadow element, but not an exact opposite. Okay, so this is in reverse. Time to think things through. Sometimes you jump on an idea too fast. So this being in reverse, I think the same meaning is there. I think what's going on here is time to think things. Okay, upright. Time to think things through so that you don't jump on an idea too fast. I think the fact that it's reversed is that you did jump on the idea. Whatever your partnership is, you've jumped on it a little too fast, and now it's time to think it through and make sure that you don't need to do anything to fix it, change it, work with it. But yeah, so you probably did move a little too fast in getting things started in this partnership. Not necessarily a bad thing. The cards are just pointing out that now you've got some thinking to do. It's best to make sure you pause before taking off. Things are moving at breakneck speed, but as long as you let your brain lead, you will soar. Intellect should accompany action. I don't think this is not, like I said, this is not a direct opposite, but this is kind of pointing out you kind of did things backwards. You did the act first, think later, but you've got time to think. So right now you are feeling like you're stuck. That's what the Eight of Swords is all about. And it's upright. So this is pretty strong energy for you right now. Let me see. Am I on the right one? I'm on the right one. Okay. This is pretty strong energy for you right now. Ever feel like your thoughts were all out to get you? And this is so now that you've acted, now you're thinking, and now you feel like you're just, oh, I shouldn't be thinking so hard about this. I'm just out to get myself. And maybe to a degree you are. This card reminds you to open your eyes. You may be navigating tricky paths, but remember, you got yourself in so you can get yourself out. Don't forget now the eight of swords. Let's see if I've got this one right. Okay, the 8 of swords. You've got your person that's blindfolded in the middle, right? And they're just kind of in the middle of nowhere. There's a mountain in the background. I know the background and that sort of stuff has a meaning, but let's focus on the person. There's 8 swords, but look, the person's only partially surrounded by the swords. They've got their eyes closed, they're bound, but nothing looks like it's all tied up all that tightly. Okay. Yeah, sorry, I'm over here now. I'm over here with my cards. So basically, if this person's not really tied up all that tightly, a couple of shrugs and those ropes are going to the ground, and then they just take the blindfold off. And then once your eyes are open, our eyes are open, your eyes are open. Look at that card. Is she surrounded by the swords? No. If she opens her eyes, she can just simply step forward and step away. So what I'm looking at here is that, yes, you moved a little too quickly, and now you're having some second thoughts. But and those second thoughts are making you feel kind of stuck and kind of fucked over. But just take a look at what's going on, because you're not fucked over. You're not surrounded. They're on one side and the other side. I mean, you can go in almost any direction forward. You can even go backwards and avoid the swords altogether. But you just got to take the time to do some thinking. This guy over here, take the time to do a little thinking, the Knight of Swords, and you will realize that you may not necessarily be in the best of places. Sorry that the cloth keeps one. I got to make a cloth that I can like put little elastics on and hold it to the table. Anyway, it's not nearly as bad. Okay, so yeah, you've got some thinking to do. You're not nearly as stuck as you think you are, but you're going to have to take some time, think it through, open your eyes, and maybe there's some things that you're not necessarily wanting to take a really strong look at. But you'll be fine. You will be fine. This person is fine. This person is fine. Sooner or later, they're going to figure out, oh, quick little shrug and the ropes fall off. Then I can pop off the blindfold and I can just walk forward and walk away. And it's not about literally walking away from your business partnership or anything like that. But walking away from whatever situation is making you second guess you know what I mean? And that may be the extreme. You may have to walk away. The cards are saying that you can if you need to. And Melissa says, 9 of Wands and 2 of Wands. Do take your time to plot out your next steps, as things were poorly planned. Proceed with caution. And like I said, 8 of Swords is, yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Well, see, I've got a reading cloth on here, right? But it's moving around. But if I make a cloth, if I do this in a custom size, then, because I know how, because I made this and I've got more of this fabric. I got more of this fabric. I just got to get the time to pull this crap out and start sewing it. I'm been so busy doing stupid shit. Anyway, okay, I've been busy doing this too, so it's worth it. But if I can get some elastic on the corners of this, so I can just snap it into place and it won't go anywhere, and that'll be awesome. Okay. The 8 of Swords. You said 9 of Swords. Haha. It's the 8 of Swords. 1 foot on land and 1 foot in the water. And I know that has a meaning. I just forget what it is. I just forget what it is. I'm still learning. So yeah, that's all. And honestly, yeah, we haven't had a proper chat for a bit, so it's time for that. I think we need to chat and have a proper planning session so we both know what's going on and expect of each other. You know what? Lisa helps me with the shop stuff, and I help her with the tarot planning stuff. And we check in on that stuff all the time, and we're married to each other. We're married. I mean, when it comes to financially supporting yourself, because that's what a business is. You don't get into a business. Okay, well, you do, but you don't. I got into it as a side gig to earn a little bit of part-time income. But it doesn't matter. When you're talking about money when you're talking about any income generating activity, especially if some or all of that income is meant to be financially supporting you, I want to say this carefully, because sometimes you can get into a part-time gig for shits and giggles and not care. Like when you were a teenager, you babysat the neighbor's kids for shits and giggles and you didn't care. If you didn't make enough money, you go babysit the next neighbor's kids. You didn't care. But when you're talking about a business, a partnership, of this or that, then yeah, then taking the time to sit down and go, we need to sit down and have we're not friends, we're business partners conversation to make sure that we're not screwing each other over where the business is concerned. And then just whatever. And Lisa and I, still learning for 25 years. It never ends. Yep. Star Labra says I've been reading for years and forget everything. Oh, I made a decision a while ago that screw it. I'm not giving up the books. Every time I tell myself I'm going to memorize every single card and do this and do that, I would like to do better at memorizing more of the cards, blah, blah, blah. But every time I tell myself I'm going to do this perfectly from now on, it's like, then I get miserable. It starts feeling like work. I don't like it anymore. I screw it all up. But anyway, yeah, Lisa and I do this. Lisa and I check in where the tarot was concerned. Because, she's making a deck. She's writing a book. She's got her day job. Lisa's got a lot of shit going on. I'm constantly sewing stuff, trying to think of new stuff to sew. I'm playing with my baby channel now, my baby sewing channel, this sort of stuff. We're always checking in. We're always checking in the grown up. We're business partners. Let's have that conversation. Okay, it's not that direct, but anyway. Oh, thanks. I'm glad you're enjoying the practice reads. And I hope you guys are getting some good, I hope it's helpful for everybody. I like that I'm getting something out of it. So anyway. I'll stop talking about Lisa and I for now, but yeah, nothing wrong with sitting your partner down and going, hey, it's time for check-in. Let's play business 101 and just keep it about the facts and try to remember that we're friends, but keep our feelings off the table and go over stuff. It takes practice. First couple of times Lisa and I tried to talk about some of this stuff. We actually have had arguments because not screaming matches. I don't know what to call it, but it's like, you kind of forget. It's like, well, don't you love me? It's, well, yeah, but we're talking about money here. We got to pay the bills. Like, come on. So anyway. But I didn't say okay that time. Next question. How do I get excited about this vacation? I've worked so hard to get to this point, but now I feel numb. Okay, for the group to answer. Ooh. Queen of Swords and Page of Pentacles. You know what? I don't think I've pulled that many major arcanas. These are both upright. Sort out problems by applying your agile mind. Your experience counts. Okay, so what's different about this vacation? Do you normally take time to get excited about a vacation? Or do you always get super excited about your vacation, or do you just go, yep, okay, life is good. And then the vacation, then once the vacation starts, you're like, yeah, I'm excited. I'm here. So sort out your problems by applying your agile mind. Your experience counts. You can think of a way out of any problem. This isn't really a problem. So let's just stick with your experience counts. What's different about this trip? What's different about why you're this vacation? What is different about it? Why is it different? Why does it matter if you're excited right now or not? Are you already on vacation and you're just meh? Are you anticipating? So, and those are questions for you to answer. But so there's not a lot more to it than that. Yeah. Oh, I'm just going to take a quick plot. Yeah, my parents got taught, don't talk about money or sex. They're divorced now. Yep, that's exactly it. And it's like, try being self-employed. Like you've got to talk about it, or you're just going to make yourself miserable. Anyway, so Queen of Swords is your experience counts. There's something going on that's different. Or maybe you just don't normally get excited about vacations, but it's until the vacation actually begins. And maybe it's just been a long time and you kind of forgot. And so it feels different all of a sudden. Maybe you haven't gone on a decent vacation in 10 years and you forgot that, it takes me the first couple of days to get into vacation mode. Your experience counts. There's an experience here that you need to think back to that's going to help you answer why and how to get excited, or why you're not excited. Next is Page of Pentacles. The message here is to tell you that job searches and opportunities are favored. Make sure you are using a hands-on methodical approach to any business situation. Practicality is the key to your productivity. So, how's the job going? Is there a situation going on right now where you are kind of telling yourself that instead of having a vacation, maybe I should be taking this time off to do some job hunting or to do something to change something. Sometimes you can feel really guilty, meh, blah, depressed, if you think there's something else that you should be doing more. I should be doing this instead of having a vacation. I should be, and that's straight back to the Queen of Swords. Straight back to the Queen of Swords. What is going on from your experience? What has kept you from getting excited about a vacation in the past? Are you taking a vacation because your job sucks really, really bad, but you could be looking for a new job instead of going on vacation? That's a really, really, really obvious. And then don't forget, these are just examples. Okay. I'm not saying that's what's going on. That might be exactly what's going on. It's just a guess for the sake of making an example. So what is it that you'd rather, what is it that you're doing for your vacation, on your vacation? And what is it that you really deep down feel like you should be doing, should have been doing, should be putting some energy into? What's going on that's different? What's going on that you feel like you should be doing instead? And I think once you resolve what that is, I think once you resolve whatever that is, that I think once you resolve whatever that is, that you'll have your answer. I've worked so hard to get to this point. I'm kind of, the way that you say I've worked so hard to get to this point kind of does, maybe that's why the example of maybe you deep down you feel like you should be looking for another job instead of spending time on vacation. Maybe that's why I got the idea as a hint in my head. But yeah, so what is it about this vacation that you feel like you shouldn't be doing? What's going on, right? Maybe you are, I deserve this, but I can't afford it. I deserve this, but I should be looking for another job. I deserve this, but I should be helping my family instead. There's something out. It's not necessarily direct. Ooh, what did you get? Ah, yeah. Melissa says, Four of Swords. Have you given yourself space to take care of your body or hurt heart? Right. This deck is the practical. Here, I'll put it over here. Practical Wisdom Tarot. Practical Tarot Wisdom. I can't say it, but with the Radiant White Rider Tarot deck, and it is by. Is her name even on it? It's by Arwen Lynch. It's U.S. Games. You can get it on Amazon for, I think it's only like $25 on Amazon. It's not an expensive deck. And it's by Arwen Lynch. And I think it's okay. Arwen Lynch, and I think there's somebody else that helped do the deck, but I only ever say Arwen because I only remember her name. You'd have to look it up on anywhere else. But yeah, you can get this deck on Amazon. If you look it up on Amazon, you'll see Arwen Lynch. Anyway. I think I still have you, DC. Let's see. Let's do that one. Oh, that's what's happening. Okay. Just a second. Yeah, I've got your question, DCLCP. I've got your question. I see what I did. Okay. I'm having really bad luck just not clicking the buttons correct today. I do have your question, and it's here, and it's soon. Yeah, there's only like 2 questions before you. I'm just talking too much today, not getting to the questions quickly. Yeah, I got Sophie's questions. Okay. Anyway, so that's about all there really is. That's about all there really is here for that, just because there's not much more. You deep down, you know why. And I do think it's associated with just feeling like you should be doing something else right now. And just take a little time to figure out what that is. Take some time to figure out what is it that I feel like I should be doing right now? Should I be doing it right now? Is it going to make a difference if I do it right now? Get all the thought process worked out, and then you will find yourself getting properly excited, or maybe not properly excited. Maybe you're going to decide to do something else. Maybe this is just isn't the thing you should be doing right now, or not the thing, not like, oh, you shouldn't go on vacation. Or maybe maybe you should be going somewhere else, doing something else with somebody else. I don't know. But anyway. Yeah, I've got your second question, Sophie. I can't remember where you are in the thing, but okay. Rachel Ray says, am I taking the right approach on my current journey? Okay, for the group. And before I do that, I have got to blow my nose. So I am going to, I don't know what happens. I think it's a sinus thing because I've got allergies. Every now and again, I'm like, I gotta blow my nose. So I'll be right back. I'll mute it so you guys don't have to hear me blowing my nose. I'm back. I can put that over there. Did you know that if you're quick, you can blow your nose and pee at the same time? It's like, had you guys ever do that? You get up and it's like you unkink a hose or something. It's like, oh, I gotta go blow my nose and I've got to pee. Anyway, Rachel Ray would like to know, am I taking the right approach on my current journey? I don't know if we'll be able to give you a yes or a no. I almost never get yes and no. I get like, oh no, but I'm not going to say yes. I'm not going to say no. I've got some convoluted shit for you. Here we go. Do you have, I don't know. Let me check, Tracy. I do not have your question, Tracy, so you're going to have to put it in. We are blasting through. Let's pretend to talk about taking over the world. Who's pretending? My fucking God. Have you seen my sewing video? Like, I mean, I literally say, I need your help to take over the world, one subscription at a time. I don't know why I thought that was funny, but I said it like on one of the first videos I did, and I've been saying it ever since. I plan on taking over the world. I plan on owning this shit. It's like, yeah, Pinky in the brain shit. That's what's going on over here. But anyway, this is fun. Okay, what's the question? Am I taking the right approach on my current journey? And this is for Rachel Ray. The Magician. Judgment. Well, you got two major arcana cards, so you're doing something important. Now, the Magician is reversed. So the Magician is, let me just keep it in front of the camera here. Is it this is a new webcam, which is awesome, but every now and again it wants to be a real bitch about focusing properly. So this is, you have all the tools you need to make things happen. You are being challenged to create the life you want by using what is within your grasp. What you bring into the world is yours. Engage your mind, hands, and heart today. Now, this is in reverse. So this means that you have the tools that you need. Now, when it's reversed, it can be one extreme or the other, and that is you have the tools, but you're not using them. So you're not making best use of your. What did I just do? Why did I do that? There we go. You're not making best use. It could be that you're not making the best use of your resources, but the resources are there. Or it could be that you're misusing your resources, but the resources are there. Their resources are there. So keep that in mind. The resources are there. So you have everything that you need to be taking the right approach. You are the magician in your story. The tools are there. You're not using them effectively. Let's just use the word effectively. Maybe even when you are the magician, sometimes sometimes, like, look, he's holding a wand, right? Well, let's imagine he's holding a hammer and he's forgetting about everything else that's on the table. And now everything looks like a nail because it's the only tool he remembered to pick up. But the tools are there. You're fine. You're fine that way, but you're not using what you have to its best effect. That's the reason why it's in reverse. And it's not the magician, unless you are literally like seeking evil. The magician reversed isn't necessarily a horrible card. It just means that, yeah, you have the tools, but you're just kind of forgetting to use them. It doesn't usually mean anything bad, especially when in the context of this question of taking the right approach on your journey. It's like, you've got the tools for it. You're missing a few things though. Judgment was upright though. You are approaching a significant moment in your life, which may come with the bells of a major life happening. It may be a quiet rise to the next great thing. Celebrate transcending and enjoy the ride. Your next stop will be the beginning of your new stairway upward. So it's like, even though this is reversed right now, you can definitely look forward to this being upright, which is, you're approaching a significant moment in your life. And this is positive. I see it as positive anyway, unless I'm missing something about the meaning of the card. But like, this is like, hallelujah. Like, this is an angel trumpeting from on high. And from the biblical, even though people don't like to see the biblical references in tarot, the biblical imagery is there. And when you look at the biblical imagery, this is a herald. The trumpet is because they are heralding something positive, something beneficial. Everybody's got their hands raised. They're like, yay, this is awesome. Something awesome is coming your way. You're fine. Just flip that. Just remember what tools you have. Remember that you have everything that you need, right? Remember that you have everything that you need because you're fine. Hallelujah, right? Like I said, I mean, I know that not everybody, I know that tarot is kind of a religious not hot topic. What's the word? What is the word for that? What is the word? Like, we kind of get a lot of people in tarot get a little bit of offended at the religious references here, which is fine. I'm not a religious person, but I was raised I don't know, I wasn't raised super religious, but religious enough, I guess. But being aware of the intended meaning of the religious symbology can really help to understand what a card means. For me, let's just remember that I'm not telling you, I will never tell other people how to practice tarot. I don't believe that. I'm enjoying what I do the way I do it. But I'm never going to say this is what you need to do. But I will say that personally, I find that because I was raised my parents weren't religious. I don't know where I got all this information from, but anyway, you don't have to agree with the religion to say this imagery is saying a certain thing. I do see the positive in the imagery of the herald and the people like reaching up, because that's a yay, this is great, come and get me. So yeah, you're fine. You're fine. You're going to be fine. Just flip that a little and remember that you've got all the tools that you need. There was a couple of cards here. Yeah, didn't the church nudge religious symbolism into the tarot? Actually, as far as I understand that question, it was kind of the opposite. When they created the tarot, they nudged religious symbolism into the cards so that they wouldn't seem satanic, so that they would seem more acceptable to the more Christian mindset. Anyway, let's see what other cards you got, because I've been trying to do that. Melissa got Five of Swords. Are you holding on to the conflicts of the past, or are you looking for a new approach? And that would be why the Magician is in reversed. So the things that used to work in the past are still going to work, but you have other tools at your disposal that you probably could or should be using. And that's all that's about. And Sophie got the Knight of Coins and Death. It's going to take a lot of hard work, and there'll be some things that change and end, which makes sense. And life is not the most sure thing about life is that everything's always changing. Nothing stays the same. So there's that. But yeah, I think you do already have everything you need. Okay. Let me see. Where am I now? Okay, it's 3:30. I've got about an hour left. Okay. Okay, Sophie's question is next. This is Sophie's second question, but it's a simple question. I'm considering getting a dog. Is now the right time? I'm just going to draw one card and we'll see what it has to say. Judgment. You are approaching a significant moment in your life. This is kind of in context of this question. It's still hallelujah. Things are going well for you. Things are fun. You're approaching a significant moment in your life, which may come with the bells and whistles of a major life happening. I would honestly, at a guess, say that no, now is not the right time. Not that you couldn't or shouldn't get a dog, but you're gonna be busy with some changes. You've got some stuff going on, so you don't necessarily want to screw with that by taking on extra response. Depending on pets, especially dogs, can take a lot of work, especially if you start with a puppy. So you don't want to put yourself, depending on what kind of a dog it is that you're thinking of adopting, you may want to wait until whatever happening happens, so that you've got stuff going on. That's the quick answer. If other people have a better answer, then by all means. But I would say not no because you shouldn't get a dog, but no because you should probably just wait. I'm pretty sure I got your question, Jess. Let's see what's going on. I got your question. I had a lot come in all at once, so you got a few to go. Okay. Zarko Nikolic, what should I do in order to advance with my career and possibly change my job? I feel stuck with my current job. Okay. 10 of Pentacles. There's no need to worry about finances right now. Expect the money to show up. Your bank account may get a bump from a promotion or an offer or a better job. So what should I do in order to advance my career and possibly change my job? Right now, right this minute, let's take a second. Okay, money is not your problem right now. As a matter of fact, you may be getting a bonus pretty soon at your current job, which may give you the money you need to finance that change to another job. Expect the money to show up. Your bank account may get a bump from a promotion or an offer of a better job. I don't think you're going to have a problem finding a better job. Maybe, okay, 10 of Pentacles. Pentacles is usually a money card. Now, this came out in reverse, the 10 of Cups reversed. Your happily ever after moment is on the way. Celebrate all the love and togetherness you have been blessed with. Now, when this is reversed, it generally means that the cups are pouring out, right? So don't turn this into this by acting too soon on this. Does that make sense? So make sure financially your ducks are in a row. Expect the money to show up. You've got the money. Expect the money to show up. So it's like, well, I can't really afford to be out of work. So I need to have, if you need to save some money in order to be sure that, because when you change jobs, you might have to go a couple of weeks with a paycheck or something like that, right? Anything that you need to do to get ready for moving on to another job or asking for a promotion or doing whatever, any financial considerations that you need to take care of, the money will show up. Make sure that that's in place so that this does not get put at risk. Even when it's reversed, 10 of Cups is still usually a very positive card. It really is. It's never an exact opposite. I can't say never, rarely. Things are going pretty good for you. From the tangible standpoint of all other aspects of your life, things are going pretty good. The money is there, will be there, bonus, stuff like that. So if you've got a summer bonus coming up, wait for that. Get a bit of extra. If your current job comes with a bonus, get your current bonus out of the way and in the bank, and then think about what you're going to do. You may not be in a position where hurrying is worth it, but I think that you have everything that you need. You have or can easily get everything that you need. That's the 10 of Pentacles. You have everything that you need in order to facilitate that change to go on to a new job. And when you make that change, you're going to be happy with it. So that's, but yeah, the 10 of Pentacles coming up right away as a money card. Just make sure you've got a few bucks saved up. I mean, maybe your new job's a little further away, so you better think about getting that car. You know, make sure you got the money to get that car a good tune-up. Make sure that, like I said, switching jobs means that if one job is on a biweekly pay period and the other job is on opposite weeks, you may have a 2-week gap in your paycheck. Make sure you got enough money to cover it. But you're good. You're good you are good to go. It's going to take very, very little for you to be in a position where you can just go, yeah, jump and ship, no worries, off I go. So yeah, not a lot to worry about here. Okay. Now, DCLCP, career change, question. And it's okay for the group as well. Do I need to hold up for more direction or change with career change? Do I need to hold for more direction or change without it? Okay for group. I'm not sure of the question. You're thinking of a career change. So do you need to hold on or change without more direction? Let's see what the cards say. I'm kind of unsure of what you mean by for more direction. Or are you just thinking of what direction you should take your career change? Okay. So this is pretty simple. This is in reverse. This is upright. So the Magician, you have all the tools you need to make things happen. You're already okay. Whatever career change you are planning, you already have everything that you need in order to make that change. The Page of Swords was reversed. A swift answer may not be the right answer. Digging in the whys of the issue will give you a stronger base. So you have everything you need. You already have everything you need. You're good to go. You already have everything that you need in order to make that change. And take your time, gather information, and make sure that you have the details. Maybe you've got multiple job offers. Maybe you've got multiple directions that you could go. So just take your time and dig into the digging into the whys of the issue will give you a stronger base. You'll be more successful if you take a little time first to double check. Maybe you're thinking about maybe you're qualified for 3 different types of work right now. And so it's like, oh, which one should I take? Well, that's the Magician. Oh, you can take any of them, but take the time to look into which one's going to be the best for you. You don't have to hurry, so you're fine. You can make your changes with or without more direction. More direction will be to your benefit, but you have everything you need. More direction will be to your benefit. So yeah, I do think you should hold for more direction, but definitely make the change. That's what the cards are implying at the very least. Hey, there's all kinds of stuff happening in the chat and I'm missing it. Oh, for fuck's sake, is stupid moron here again? How many more accounts does this idiot have? Oh, did Lisa already get rid of them? My baby. Oh, right. Now Tarot's not on a sewing channel anymore. They're on a... Yeah, I think Lisa got it. Yeah, did you guys see that? Did you guys hear about that? This is the same idiot who showed up on my sewing channel. So let's tell the story of Tarot Destroyer, okay? Tarot Destroyer is somebody who is active. It's not just some rando shitbag like people have been thinking for years and years. This moron showed up in my sewing channel. The only way that you're going to find me in a fucking sewing channel, who is going to go on a sewing channel and go, she's in tarot, I'm going to tarot destroy her? We already have it narrowed down. We're pretty sure we know who it is. Not going to name names because it's just not worth the fucking drama. But we're passing around the information behind the scenes for those who need to know. That's just, yeah, thanks, Lisa, for stepping in. Your timing was awesome. Anyway. Oh, my God. So, yeah, so Tarot Destroyer is one of about 3 people that we can think of. But, yeah, this is somebody who's a little bit of a... Well, you know what? I got to be careful not to say too much. You know how that goes, right? Yeah. Well, here's the funny thing, Sophie. This isn't about being bored. The same person came after me over on my over on my sewing channel. Now, the only reason why Tarot Destroyer knows that I am a tarot person is if they literally, this is not just some rando that sees tarot and goes after a channel. I'm on Lisa's, this is Lisa's channel right now, right? Why are you coming after me? This happened. Oh my God, when did this happen? 3 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago now? I did a live chat. I did a live chat over on my sewing channel. And this tarot destroyer shows up. Oh, wahaha, I'm going to destroy your tarot. And it's like, dude, this is a fucking sewing channel. Now I know who you are. And I do. It's like this can only be somebody who is active in tarot land, right? They're active in tarot land. And they know who I am because they watch tarot videos. They're not just some rando who sees the word tarot and goes on the fucking rampage. So it's like, it's not even about bored. This is somebody with a huge fucking stick up their ass, a big fucking moron. Like, okay, let's put it this way. After this thing happened to after this tarot destroyer came after me, 6 people came up and they said, "Oh, is it so and so?" All 6 of them guessed the same person. They're not as slick as they think they are. But anyway, just some bitter little troll. School just let out. So now they have time to be on the internet. But anyway, they have, how many accounts do they have? Lisa's here getting rid of people. Anyway, yeah, it's like, okay. I am trying to resist the urge to get on my high fucking horse. I can't stand morons like this. It's like, but yeah, like, who just got home from school? Okay, I got that one. Am I taking the right actions towards my goals? Oh yeah. No, this is somebody who gets home around 4, like between 3:30 and 4 o'clock. My time. But anyway, not that I'd have any idea who the fuck it is. Sorry to be so cryptic, people, but I really am. Okay, as much as I'm like, you're a fucking idiot, this tarot destroyer is a fucking idiot. It's like they're a bigger fucking idiot because everybody knows who they are. I kid you not. Like, behind the scenes, it's like, and I know it's cryptic and I know it's not fair not to share, but nah, we already know who the nitwit is. But the nit can keep winning. It's fine. Okay, so am I taking the right approach toward, the sun? Yes, you are. Yes, you are. I'm not even going to pull another card for you. Generous doses of happiness are focused on you. You're taking the right action. You're doing fine. Family events will bring you unexpected joy. Any health concerns will be less than you fear. Throw your arms out to declare satisfaction with the world at large. All heads turn to you, and it's time for you to be noticed. So you are taking the right actions towards your goals. And don't forget, when we see a card like this, it's going to list, these are examples. It doesn't mean and. But yeah, like, I mean, not, you know, it's like the thing you want is like awesome and all for you. Now you're fine. You're doing great. You're taking all the right action. Oh, look at that. Channels that anger her simply disappear from YouTube. You shouldn't be saying her because we already know it's a her. Okay. When you say her, then you're playing into the drama. Paula Berlinski is another tarot destroyer account. So we'll just get rid of that one. Usually there's 5 or 6 tarot destroyer accounts. So tarot destroyer likes to wander around the tarotverse, just fucking with people for fun and shits and giggles. And anybody who's had somebody go after their account for fun and shits and giggles, anyway. So then when they get a stick up their ass, now Lisa and I are kind of arguing about this. Like, we're having a friendly argument. There's a person that goes by tarot destroyer that likes to go after other accounts for shits and giggles. And then there's this nitwit who is specifically targeting certain people, and they've only targeted certain people. It's like, okay, so we know who this one is. And we're kind of having a friendly argument over whether the other one who randomly targets live streams is somebody else. And we've always been wondering one way or the other. But then when this person came after me on my sewing channel, remember, a sewing channel, it's like, oh, well, that just confirms that this one at least is a particular person who is known to be a shit disturber with mental health issues, who says all sorts of rando, obnoxious shit just for fun, just because they can already, and then goes next level towards certain people, blah, 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 blah. Anyway, my wife is probably cringing and has her finger on the end broadcast button going, Peggy, please don't stir up shit. Please don't stir up shit. But anyway, I'll add you to the list. Hi, Sunny D. Yeah, I've been on since 2. It's almost 4. I've got a few questions left. Anyway. Well, okay. Yeah, Sophie says it's not stirring, it's being informative. Problem is that I can only go so far before I just don't want to name names. I don't want to give that idiot the satisfaction because she is a fucking moron and she always has been. I'm aware of, I know far too much about her as it is. So figuring out that it was her was not a surprise. And now that Paula Berlinski has decided to say her, I can at least give you guys that much. But anyway, and the reality is that it's like, we do not need the drama because this is somebody who already jumps on every drama they can find as it is. No, the thing is, we're safe. We're completely safe. This person's an idiot, right? But there's just nothing to be gained by naming names. Anybody who knows who this person is has already suspected that it's them anyway. And there's just no point in playing. They're an idiot. Honestly, I know who they are. I know why they're doing it. And I will tell you right now, here's the thing. Here's the funny thing. The funny thing that makes this not funny is that, pardon me, let's just segue. I can segue. The funny thing that makes this not funny is that we are aware of this person's mental health situation. And we're also aware of a whole lot of factors revolving around their mental health. That means that they're basically already on a freight train heading for a brick wall. From a mental health perspective, I want nothing. I will sit here and call them an idiot for doing this fucking tarot destroyer nonsense, but I am not going to play a part in helping speed up that fucking train for them. They're already, I already know what's happening. I already know too much about them due to one of those, they will never suspect me. Yeah, we know exactly who it is. We've known for a while now when they went after somebody else. We suspected for a while now. It was actually, okay, we've suspected for a really, really, really long time. And then when they took the time, oh, Chantel, I thought I already did your question, Chantel. Anyway, I'm out of here in half an hour. I'm probably not going to get to too many more questions as it is, so I'm not sure if I'm going to get to yours. But anyway, no, it's like when you already know enough about a person to know where they are from a mental health perspective, I don't want to play any part in making their mental health any worse than it already is. This person's a moron. This person's an attention seeker. This person has fucking challenges that they're never going to recover from. So it's like, you know what? I know how to block you. If you see Tarot Destroyer, ignore. If Tarot Destroyer comes after you, and if you do a live stream and Tarot Destroyer shows up, block, block, block. Somebody with some fucked up name is going to say, "Oh, this person is this and this, and you should do this, and you better watch it, or she's going to take down your channel." That's them too. They're trying to attack you and force you to stop live streaming. Is what they're trying to do. And it's like, this is ridiculous. Oh yeah, no, I got the ones I could get. Let's see who's next. Let's see who's next. Let's try and get another question. Yeah, you're kind of down at the bottom. You didn't show up until later as it was. There's probably no way I'm going to get to you today, even if I just focus on only readings. But anyway. Yeah, I should do that. Stop flirting with your Go Tarot Destroyer and read your devil cards. Anyway, I will get back. I will get back to this, but yeah, no, this person already has mental health challenges, which is the only reason why people have been handling. Oh, wait. Where are we? Connie Morales. Wait a second. Who's next? No, that was Chantel. Yeah, Connie Morales is next. Then Dindrain. Question: am I taking the right actions? Wait, didn't I just do yours? Am I taking the right actions toward my goal? Yeah, I already did that one. Okay. Ooh, one extra person. Dindrain, can I get a general housing reading? Trying to sell our house and find a better situation financially. Okay for the group to answer. General housing reading. I don't know. I'm bitter about housing. I'm in Vancouver. Well, I'm in the Vancouver area. Housing sucks up here. But anyway, Tarot Destroyer comes in with about 6 or 7 accounts. Anyway, they come in about 6 or 7 different times under 6 or 7 different things. Just block the one that's doing the fucked up. They like to destroy your channel. They can destroy your channel, don't you know? And it's like, yeah, fuck you. And then get out of here. And then they're gone. Okay, Knight of Pentacles. So housing. Examine your finances if you have monetary concerns. This card suggests the best solution is a slow and steady approach. So, yeah, so basically double check and make sure you have your ducks in a row. And your next card is, that's reversed. That's the Hangman reversed. Answer. You know what? I need something with grids on it so I know exactly where to put the cards. Answers can be found when you look at things from a different angle. So there is something that you're missing. Suspending your own sense of reality lets you see something from someone else's point of view. Challenge yourself to examine issues at hand from a different vantage point. Sometimes answers really are closer than they appear. So this did come out in reverse. Now, this doesn't mean the answers can't be found. It means it means basically flip it for yourself. This is what you're not doing. This is what you should be doing. And that is, look at things from a different angle. There's a couple of details that you're missing. Like when it comes to the housing market, I've never owned my own home. I'm a lifelong renter. So I can't say, here's an example, because it's not going to work. It's not going to translate, right? Because you're talking about selling a house and I've always talked about renting. But there are some small details that you're missing. So if you're trying to sell your house and find a better situation financially, there's a couple of things that you're missing. And let's take one more card. The 6 of Swords, it's upright. Things may be feeling rather unsettled, but trust that wherever you are going is the best place for now. So you're on the right track, but there's a couple of details that you're missing that you probably should sort out, and then you'll be just fine. So and like I said, this was reversed, but it doesn't mean it's an opposite. It just means these are the things that you need to focus on that you haven't been. And, you know, sense of reality lets you see something from someone else's point of view. So I will say that when you have something, it's really easy to not, if somebody has a criticism, it's really easy to go, I don't agree with that. Even though their criticism is correct, because you don't want to, sometimes it's not pleasant or flattering to see something from somebody else's point of view. So maybe if you're trying to sell your house, you would be better off to get it deep cleaned and repainted to really high, like maybe there's some steps you're skipping because, I don't want to put $1,000 into painting the house. And maybe that's something you should do anyway. And maybe you've even already been given the advice and you're going, I don't need to do that. It won't matter. So yeah, think about it from another person's perspective, or even get another person to say, I need a brutally honest moment from you. But yeah, I don't think it's anything. The cards aren't saying that it's anything serious. The cards are just saying that it's something you should do to guarantee the best possible result for yourself. But I don't see anything. Oh, fuck. Did idiot come back? Wait a second. What's going on? Yep. Oh, now it's the 87 curse. God, this idiot. I'll tell you, like, I think they have I don't know how many accounts we have. We'll have to check. We'll have to check. Basically, we figured out a whole bunch of stuff. But anyway. Ring of Fire and put on the horns. Well, honestly, there's going to be some conversations behind the scenes and word's going to get back. So honestly, if they keep it up, I'll just start dropping more and more hints. But anyway. Okay, so what's next? Let's see. I don't have a lot more to offer for that. Now, this was okay for the group to answer. So if anybody else has a, oh, hi, Moira. Your timing is great because we're doing readings. Your timing is bad because I won't have time to get to you if you have a question. So I'm just doing cleanup now. Maybe I should do my readings earlier because as long as I'm done before Tarot Destroyer is done with school, then we're fine. I mean, she's going to have to take a day off to get to the afternoon off to get home in time. That's kind of what I was thinking. Well, I think it was 87. So it's 78 cards and 78 cards plus 8 bonus cards. I'll send her an invoice. That'd be fun. That'd be fun. So now we know it takes her, what, 10 minutes to make a new account? But anyway. Oh, yeah, you know what I can do? I can do this. Oh, no, I can't. I don't know how to do it. Fuck. Oh, I can't do it. Lisa has to do it. Oh, well. Oh, well. A tarot deck and an oracle deck. Oh, well, hey, Moira. Well, anybody's always welcome, whether or not they're asking a question. We're also doing a little thing where if somebody says it's okay for the group, that anybody who's looking for practice can also answer along from home. Dindrain got the house reading. Okay. Whoops. No, I've been doing this all day, clicking the wrong button. Okay. Jess Helen, I'm struggling to find work. I'm seeing others around me getting jobs, so I'm kind of worried that it's me. I guess I'm just wondering what I should be doing differently. It's okay for the group. Okay, 8 of Cups. It's reversed. And 6 of Pentacles. Okay, I'm trying. I have got, you know what I got to do? I've got to make myself a cloth. I'm going to do it. I wonder if TV trays are come in standard sizes. Make myself a standard one that has a marking where I know where to put this. Okay, that's the second card. I want the first one. Now, these cards are both in reverse. So, baggage check. Time to let those old tapes run out. Put your walking shoes on so you can continue leaving the past in the past. The only person packing those painful memories is you, so start letting go of what no longer serves you. So now this is in reverse. Now, so what this could mean is that from a tarot perspective and looking for a job, I would say that, okay, I'm kind of cheating here, okay, because I've seen this myself, and that is you get a job working one kind of thing. I have literally, like, I've worked at Burger King, I've worked at Wendy's, I've worked at Walmart. I have seen people get jobs in places like that, and they're convinced they can't get a job in any other environment. Oh, well, I worked at Wendy's. I could never get a job in a real restaurant. It's like, you absolutely can. I've only ever worked at a grocery store as a cashier. I could never get a job. And let's face it, people aren't necessarily reaching for the moon, right? I've only ever worked as a cashier. I could never get a job in a factory. Why not? So what the vibe that I got on this is there's a little bit of that happening where you're limiting your I can only apply to these jobs because it's the only places where I have experience. I can only apply to these types of job, or I can only apply to less than. Like, oh, I'm an experienced office manager, but office manager jobs are hard to find right now, so I can only apply to McDonald's. Instead of going, well, I can apply for the next level up and take my chances. So basically, put on your walking shoes so you can continue to leave the past in the past. So basically, it's like your previous job experiences are what's gonna help you get the next job, or your previous life experiences or things like that. But don't hang on to them. This can be baggage. This is why this is in reverse, because it's not helping you. This can be the baggage of not being willing to reach outside of what your current experiences is into new experiences. Does that make sense? And the next card is the 6 of Pentacles. Today is a good day for getting gifts as well as giving them. The giver and the gift are blessings when received with sincere gratitude. So this is in reverse. So there's people that are willing to help you write a better resume. There's people that are willing to help you maybe lend you clothes for an interview, maybe help you do a mock interview for experience. So it's not you as a person, but it's you as some of the habits and preconceived ideas that you're bringing to the table. Does that make sense? Yes. There it is. Sunny D says, don't undersell yourself and identify your transferable skills. That's what both of these cards are basically saying. This is like, don't undersell. Yeah. Don't undersell yourself. And this, don't turn your back. This is about giving and generosity. Somebody is generously offering you help, or or if you ask them, they will generously help you. So the help that you need is out there. I think you've just built a little bit of a trap for yourself, where you're, like I said, if back in the day when I worked at Burger King, that's all I wanted at the time. Like, the kids were young. I was looking for part-time while they were in school. Perfect. Right. I didn't let that stop me from getting the next job. I went to the interview. It's like, well, your last job said you worked part-time at Burger King. And it's like, yeah, the kids were young. The kids were young. I needed a part-time job. I couldn't work full-time. No babysitter, no husband at home. Right. So I was like, oh, okay, well, we'll give you this job because you were, even though you were in a challenging situation, you were willing to work hard and do it and still and do all. It's like, oh, okay. So then I got an office job. Then I moved up. Then I moved on. So you're hanging on to your preconceived ideas about what you can and can't do, and you're not reaching out for the right kind of help to help you sort those problems out. That's really all that's happening right now, and you're not doing anything wrong. You're just missing opportunities to do things better, which will get you a better result. Okay. 407, time to blast them. Time to just go quickly. Holly C. Oh, no, I already answered Holly's. Okay. Click that by mistake. Oh, we're getting there. Okay. JTK love letter. Oh, JTK was here like at the beginning. I hope you're still here. You know what we need to do? I need to figure out who's around. I do not have the wherewithal to write all these down in order. I wonder if there's anybody around on a Monday or whatever day that does. Okay. What resources would give me the best result in my job search? The Fool and the Chariot, both major arcana, both upright. Okay, so the Fool is, everybody knows. Okay, maybe everybody doesn't. Let's read it. Don't let worry hold you back. I don't think you need a lot of resources. You just need to not worry about it. It's time to take the leap into the wild unknown. Obviously, you got bills to pay. You've got bills to pay. You want to, oh, pardon me. Dry mouth. You've got bills to pay. You want everything to go smoothly. You've got bills. Sorry, I just had a secondary thought because I was just looking at the time. You've got bills to pay and you want everything to go smoothly. So yeah, you're probably not going to take that leap into the wild unknown, but you could. So let that just remind yourself that doesn't really matter what I do, I'll be fine. And apparently I need to say this like, it doesn't matter what you do, you'll be fine. If I talk in my old lady voice, apparently it's got more emphasis and it means more. And it's more important, but I stopped saying okay a while ago, so I'm fine with that. Okay, so don't let worry hold you back. And I will say, if you walk into a job interview, there's this thing. If you walk into a job interview worried, you will make little mistakes. I've been the one doing the interviewing, right? I've done a little bit of everything. I've been the boss. I've been the wage slave, right? If you walk in worried, it's going to show. Don't worry. You're in a great position right now. Whether you believe it or not, you're in a great position right now. And this is who's driving your life. Make sure you are the one making the decisions. So what resources will give me the best result in my job search? The funny thing is that reaching out might actually, what resource, reaching out for a resource might actually make things worse for you right now, because you need to be embracing more of this confident energy. I've got it. I know what I'm doing. Be confident because you know what you're doing. You're in the right place. And I can say to you, oh, you need to do this and this and this and this and this. Everybody's got, oh, I'm entering on the job search. Oh, have you done this and this and this and this and this? Everybody is always full of helpful advice, right? Don't be afraid. If I say, try this, and you go, that doesn't feel, that I don't think that would feel good for me, then don't do it. Okay. Make sure that even if you are listening to other advice, make sure you are driving the decisions. Make sure you are making your own decisions. You may decide to take my advice, but do that because you agree with the advice, not because I think that's a good idea. I'll do it versus, oh, really? You think I should? Okay, I'll try, right? Slight difference. There's a nuance, right? So just keep that in mind, that make sure you really can't do a lot wrong right now. That's kind of okay, you can do a lot wrong and you're still gonna land on your feet. You'll be fine. Don't be afraid of your decisions. Does that make sense? I'm not sure if I can explain this properly. Where somebody, every now and again, we all do this, where it's like, oh, I don't know, should I do it? Oh, should I do it? Oh, should I do it? And then we don't do it until somebody else tells us we should do it. And it's like, no, if you think you should do it, then that's what you should do it. That's what you should do. And you'll be fine. You will be just fine. 2 major arcana cards. Can't go wrong with that. You will be fine. Okay, next. 12 minutes. Am I getting a raise at my job? I'm going to draw one card and we'll see what happens. I don't very often have a lot of luck in getting those types of in getting the definitive answers. I mean, if it's like, what can I do to improve my chances of getting a raise? Absolutely, I have no problem with that. But sometimes I don't do a very good job of answering these. They didn't ask if they didn't. I don't know if anybody else. Death. Change happens, rich or poor. We all face an inconsistent world. That don't know. It's not going to tell you. Change does. Something is changing for you at work. So if that change is something that normally comes with a raise, then yes, you will be getting a raise. And the death was upright. So I would assume because I read upright and reversal that this is probably related to a positive change for you. Best I can do though. Connie Morales, I'm sorry, I'm not sure if I were able to see the first comment. I wanted to ask if I'm taking the right actions toward my goals. Should I be doing anything different? Did we already? No, we didn't. Sorry, Connie. Sometimes I don't know whether I've already answered the question, so I'll answer it again. You know, a lot of people have similar questions, so it's really easy to lose track. I've got a little bit more than 14 minutes left, but I've got 4 readings left. I want to see if I can get through them. Throw it to the floor again. I've been doing that all day. I'm just having horrible thoughts. I believe I might have a little extra time. Because John's coming over for dinner. He's our oldest son. John's coming over for dinner, and I believe Lisa's picking him up right after work. Okay, so if I'm taking the right actions towards my goals, 5 of Pentacles is about asking for and receiving help. Don't let pride stop you from asking for help. So the cards aren't necessarily saying whether or not you are taking the right actions, but the cards are saying that help is available and you're not taking it. And this is the 8 of Pentacles. This was also reversed. This card encourages your impulse to learn new things and put new skills to good use. So this is a positive card. There is a lot of good help waiting for you. You just have to reach out. What does it say? Yeah, don't let pride stop you from asking for help. So you are taking the right actions towards your goals, but there's more available for you. There's more available. There's extra help available if that's what you want. Now, this could mean that you are taking wrong actions. I'm not necessarily seeing that the goals themselves are a problem, but you could be doing a lot better. You could be doing a lot better reaching out for your goals. There's something out there that's available to help you. And this card encourages your impulse to learn new things, to put new skills to good use, and it's reversed. So you're kind of, maybe you've got a hammer and everything's a nail. Maybe you're kind of doing a little bit of that. I don't know if it's helping you but when you're doing that, it's usually hurting, right? It could be helping, but not nearly as much as learning new skills, being open to new skills. So yeah, you have an impulse to learn new skills and put new skills to use. Unfortunately, right now you're kind of, I shouldn't do that. It could cause problems. I shouldn't do that. It could cause problems. That's why it's in reverse, where it's like, no, I should be learning new skills and putting them to use. And that's probably what this is going to help you do. Okay. Oh, hi, Claire. I usually try to start by 2:00. I don't do these every Monday. Lisa and I kind of decided that Mondays were probably the best day for me to hijack her channel, though. So if I'm going to be over here doing a live, it's probably more likely that you'll find me on a Monday. I just made a realization. I got it. Anyway, I'm just being all over the map. And then I've got that's why. Okay, I'm not supposed to have caffeine. Don't know why. Makes me a little weird. No. Let me see. What is the next one? $4.18. Okay. Tracy Woodman. Can I get a general reading for my job during the summer? Group can answer too. Thank you, Peggy. You're welcome. You're welcome. So let me see. Job during the summer. Justice reversed. Page of Wands reversed. Okay, weigh out all possibilities before making any decisions. To truly clear the air, hear all sides before resolving an argument. Okay, so, get to that part. Yeah, I've got to do something about this. I said that last time too. Okay, next one is justice. So basically justice reversed. And Page of Wands reversed. Let your inner artist out. Find ways to channel your creative passions. Okay. Find ways to channel your creative passions. Keep a notebook handy to capture your ideas and thoughts. Crayons and a blank sheet of paper can help you express yourself as much as canvas and oil. What that means is even simple ideas are worth exploring. Keep your attitude light. Simply explore. So like this guy's exploring, right? He's exploring. He's enjoying the adventure. He's fine. He's doing okay. It's reversed. Justice is reversed. Weigh out all possibilities before making any decisions. To truly clear the air, hear all sides before resolving an argument. Now, this is reversed. So now I kind of see this as like office politics. I'm not going to pretend to know what it is that you're doing this summer. Yeah, I like my caffeine. Yeah, I am supposed to. I drink decaf when I can, but there's only one restaurant in town that has. You can get decaf. You can get sugar-free decaf Diet Coke. At some restaurants, but I slipped over. We have a McDonald's really close to here, so I walked over for lunch today. But they only have Diet Coke. I'm like, okay, well, it's early enough in the day that's not going to keep me up all night. Okay, so now when this card is reversed, this is about to truly clear the air, hear all sides before resolving an argument. Sorry, I've been talking for like 2.5 hours. Blah, 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 blah. Compromise isn't always about being right. Look for the fairest solution in any current problem, and this is reversed. Now, on the job, for me, I kind of end up seeing that as office politics. Yeah, and then Melissa DeVries got oh no, that's the wrong person. Sorry. I lost it. Okay. So I am thinking that there's going to be okay, office politics, office drama, like, so there's going to be a bit of drama, and you're probably going to get dragged into it, and you're probably going to have a really strong chance of ending up on the wrong side of whatever's going on. That's why it's in reverse, right? So this is telling you to weigh out all possibilities before making any decision and hear all sides. So if you get drawn, it's not really talking about good or bad for your relationship, but I'll tell you right now, usually when you get drawn into office politics, your enjoyment of the job usually goes down dramatically by the time it's over, right? So what this is basically getting at is don't get involved in any office politics. Try your best to stay out of it. And if you get dragged into it, say, whoa, I need to hear both sides before I even decide what I think about this. So avoid office politics at all costs, and you'll be fine. And this is the Page of Cups. It's reversed. Let your inner artist out. Find ways to channel your creative passions. This is reversed. Now, so this could mean a few things, and it's neither good nor bad. Sometimes it's really easy to go into a new job and go, I'm going to just be great. And it's like, and so sometimes you can come off as being naive. That's wrong. That's not what I mean to say. I'm not saying it right. So you're going to be fine. You're going to be fine. You're going to have, you're going to be tempted to let those creative art energies just go flying. And this isn't saying this, when this is reversed, it doesn't mean don't do it, but don't do it, but don't go overboard. You may be in a work environment that's going to require you to just take it slow, be creative, but just think through, if you have a thought or an idea, it's like, oh, hey, if we do this, then we're going to have a much better time at work, blah, 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 blah. Just take your time. Don't go for the big thing every single time. Do the crayon and paper once in a while. Take your time. But no, I'm not saying a bad time here. I'm seeing the typical at work bullshit that you could end up getting into. Yeah, 5 of Wands, competition just for the sake of competing. And that can be a lot of fun when you're challenging yourself, but can be a lot of not fun if you're taking this to other people all the time. Like if it's like, oh, I've got all these creative new ideas because I'm trying to be better than you. That'll be your downfall. This was upright. It's fine. A little bit of competition is fine. Don't get worried about, don't get caught up in the toxically competitive energy, if there is any. And otherwise just relax, have a good time, be creative, be yourself, and stay out of office politics. And if you're forced into it, make sure you know both sides of the situation before you take any side at all, because whatever you think you're seeing is probably not what's going on. Yeah, watch out for office boredom and the social interactions. Don't be swayed by impulsive feels. Think first, act later. Oh, you're welcome, Hanger Man. Hope you guys are having fun with this. By the way, don't forget, if you think I've got it right, sure, I love to hear it, because I love to have my ego boosted. If you've heard a reading and if you think I've misread a card, if you think I could get better information from a card by doing A instead of B, that sort of thing, I'd love to hear it. I'm still learning. I'm having a lot of fun. I'm still learning. I'm having fun. I'm still learning. If you think I got a reading wrong, let me know. I would love to hear your perspective, because I would love to learn how. Oh, laptop died midstream. That's not always fun. Oh, good. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed your reading. If you think I've got something right, if you think I've got it wrong, or if you think there's a detail I've missed, then obviously let me know. Don't forget, the comments take hours and hours and hours to show up. So if you come back and there's no comments at the side, they will be there later. I'll tell you at the end of the stream when it's no longer going to matter. But hey, I'm trying. I'm going to move on to the next one. No, I want to take that one. General reading for Priestess Shakti Therapist. Tarot or tarot? Tarot or tarot? Just the way that it's spelled. I'm not sure it's supposed to be therapist or I don't know. I should stop worrying about how to pronounce words on the internet. I love the creative ways that people write that people use for their nicknames and stuff. Then I overthink. It's like, well, how does this go if I did it? Yeah, anyway, why do I care? Why do I care? No, I'm just about done. Now I'm supposed to be done around 4:30, but Lisa's I'm supposed to try to be done by about 4:30. But Lisa is picking up our son John because he's coming over for dinner tonight, so I can screw around for a few more minutes. So Chantel just wants a general reading. The Hierophant, the Empress. We don't need to do much else. Hierophant is upright. I gotta figure out the camera because I'm like, hi, I'm just gonna talk to the camera now. It's like, and I'm gonna go over here and read some stuff. We are still a work in progress. I think this is, how many have I done of these now? 3? Is this only my 3rd one? Okay, so the Hierophant, this is a good time to explore prayer, meditation, or whatever you use to talk to your higher power. Be confident that you have the information you need while remembering to admit to those areas where you need more knowledge. Watch for a unique key to unlock a mystery. And this is upright. So you're doing pretty good. I mean, you're doing really well. You're doing really well exploring prayer, meditation, or whatever you use to talk to your higher power. So this is a good time. This is a good time in your day, week, year, life for that to be. When people say a priority, obviously you still need to work. You still need to take care of the kids. But this is definitely a good, you are in a very excellent place for this to be something that you should be creating time for. And because it's in a really good, you're in a really good place for that to have a really strong and positive benefit in your world. The Empress was reversed. Creativity is the key energy for today. This is Mother Nature who can be overwhelming in her need to reproduce. This can call to nurture yourself or someone else in your life. Look to those lessons you learned as a child. Sometimes Mother really did know best. This is reversed. So your creativity right now is probably a little stifled. And you've got 2 major arcana. Neither card is really neither card is really more important than the other right now. Your creativity is kind of stifled right now. Mother Nature who can be overwhelming in her need to reproduce. Like that's family, that's growing relationships. It's growth, right? So growth is not something that's the growth or the feeling of growth, the feeling of these things isn't necessarily something that you are having in abundance right now. And this is what's going to help fix that for you. And it doesn't mean that doesn't mean you meditate and then have 10 babies. Like this is reproducing things, right? Anyway, let's get one more card. You got 3 arcana. Yeah, you're fine. Look at this. You got the Sun, and that was upright as well. Generous doses of happiness are focused on you. You're fine. Whether or not creativity has a strong, powerful, whether or not creativity is a strong force in your world right now, you're still doing just fine. You don't have a lot to worry about. So yeah, you're doing good. Relax and enjoy it. Meditate. I say weird shit. Just yeah. Anyway, you're doing fine. You're doing fine. You have got very, very little to worry about. This is something you could be focusing on. This is something either you're not focusing on or you don't need to focus on. It's not something that needs to have a lot of power in your life right now because you're doing fine anyway, with or without it. Yeah, 3 major arcana. That's a great reading to get. That is, I want 3 major arcana. I was actually thinking about that just a little bit ago. I'm not getting a lot of major arcana today. I was like, no, wait, hold my beer. Here they are. Okay. Last question. Is this my last question? Whoops, that's not one. That's not it. See, I've been clicking the wrong button. And I know what button to press. This is getting weird. Okay. Ooh, maybe I have a chance now for a card. Question. Perfect timing. It was the last one. Going to a work, drink, dinner tomorrow or not? How do the two, going to a work, drink, dinner tomorrow or not? How do the 2 timelines look? There's some stuff with a coworker. Okay, for group 2. It's a confusing question, so I might end up with a confusing answer. So let's see what happens. Let's see what we got going on here. King of Swords. Two of Pentacles. So King of Swords is rule with your head, not your heart. Others look to you for decisive steps to solving problems. So your decision on what to do or not to do. I'm not sure. I'm not yet. How do the timelines look? How do the timelines look exactly how you want them to look? You've got some decisions to make, and your decisions are going to affect other people's decisions in this. So it's up to you to decide whether or not it's up. It's really your. It's yeah. Basically, the cards are saying, figure it out for yourself. Sorry. The cards can be dicks sometime, eh? And this is followed by the Two of Pentacles. You need to balance home and work. So whatever's going on here, whatever's going on here is not a balanced situation. So it's up to you to think about what's going on, what matters, what doesn't matter, and then make a decision and kind of take charge. Oh, I accidentally brought the other person's reading back up and then, oh shit, click, click, and got rid of it right away. And Five of Wands came out upright. Competition can be fun when you challenge yourself. So you're probably going to have a good time and it's probably going to be okay. But there is some balancing that you need to do. You need to make a choice, and you're kind of in charge of the choice. But rule with your head. Don't rule with. So okay. You've got a dinner with some coworkers. You've got drinks with your boss, right? And you're going, well, I'll enjoy hanging out with my coworkers, but if I spend some time with my boss, it could pave the way for a promotion. That's thinking with your head, right? If you're thinking with your heart, it's like, I want to have a good time. I can blow off the boss. When you're thinking with your head, it's like, I have my future to plan. I have this, I have this, I have this. So whatever you already know, which is the logical choice to make, sequence of events. You already know logically what you're supposed to be doing. So you need to this is telling you King of Swords makes the logical decision and doesn't worry as much about feelings. You need to make there's a logical decision to be made here. And this logical decision is going to be affecting your balance at work and at home. If you've got two events on the same night, you're probably not very balanced. I mean, okay, I can't say that. I mean, sometimes it's just the way life goes, but yeah, figure out which is the most logical. Figure out the most logical / beneficial / yeah, it's going to be a bit of an impersonal decision, right? So you've got to figure that out, but you will figure that out. But let me see what I've got here. Oh, what's that? Sorry, I thought I clicked something funny and I didn't. That's okay. The Emperor card for you. Find that balance and make those decisions. You need to make the decision. You need to find the balance. And the Emperor is also the Emperor is also more about what's going on versus what are your feelings. The Emperor is also a bit more logic driven and not emotion driven. Okay. Whoops, I just did. See, I've been clicking the wrong one all day. Okay. I'm back to it. Shit. I thought I was done saying it. How many drinks was that? That was chug the bottle. Okay, who wants a reading for the collective? I've got a couple minutes left before I really have to get going. I suppose I should clean up or something because I got people come. Oh, it's just my son coming over. He knows we're slobs. He'll be fine. He'll cope. He's a good boy. He's a goodly boy. So reading for the collective. Do we have a focus for the collective? Reading for the collective. What do we want to focus on? Do we have a focus for the collective, or do we just want to do a general? What kind of energy can we collectively look forward to for the rest of the week? Oh, thank you, Hanger Man. You have a great night. Are you sticking around for the? I'm going to do a collective reading, just a general. No, that wasn't. I didn't. Well, Chantel got a reading in the group, so I did, and I didn't get her reading in the list. It didn't come up, so I don't know if she remembered to ask. If I did it wrong, I don't know. But that's okay. We'll get it on the next one. We'll get it on the next one. By the way, since there's still 30 of you here, Lisa and I are having not an argument. It's not an argument at all. We kind of picked Mondays, but if there's a better day of the weekday, if there's a better day of the week for coming on and doing lives, if anybody, I mean, the more the merrier. It's always fun. So if there's a day of the week that people like better, then go ahead and make a comment below. We won't find it in these comments. These are the side comments. We won't find it in the live comments because we're fucking lazy. But anyway, but if you find yourself wandering back later when as soon as the video is up, the chat underneath is available. You just can't watch the live chat replaying. But yeah, if another day is better and we find out that there's a distinct preference, then we may try and find times to get in on other days, other weekdays. Okay, just a general reading then. No particular preference on what we're looking for this week. I was also thinking about using other decks. This is the fastest deck for me to read with. This is the reason why I keep bringing this deck. This is the fastest one. It's the one I got the most practice with. I can use other decks. I just need to use either a cheat sheet or a book, which means I can do less readings. I'd love to hear people's thoughts on that as well in the comments below afterwards, so I can come back and read them when I have time. As soon as this chat's done, I got to run because I got to we have our son coming over. I said that a couple times. Okay. That's okay. We'll catch you next time around. Anyway, chat for the reading for the collective. The moon. Ooh, some anxiety. 6 of Pentacles. So the moon is, two major arcana. 6 of Pentacles. So the moon reversed. The moon is about anxiety. The light may not be bright, but it's a good time to honor your own intuition. So you're not paying attention to your intuition, people. That's why it's in reverse. It's there. You're just ignoring it. We all have tame and wild within us. Take time to reflect on how life cycles of the moon. Passage of time cannot be rushed, so ease up to follow the flow. Get gut hunches are good. So, like I said, this is not saying gut hunches are bad, and this is basically still saying listen to it. You're just not doing it. So yeah, listen to you. Do more work on intuition. Trust. Work on. I think we're having a macaroni and cheese thing, but we're using half cauliflower and half cheese. I don't know. Lisa's got the menu going. I just got to clean the house. So yeah, work on your intuition. You're kind of, everybody, we're everybody, all of you. Yeah, there you go. Calling out Sophie. 6 of Pentacles is reversed. Today is a good day for getting gifts as well as giving them. The giver and the gift are blessed when received with sincere gratitude. You may be asked to get involved in a local charity, step into that place of generosity to help others. You in return will help yourself. So you're not feeling generous. You're not feeling that the world is being generous enough with you. This is probably very interrelated. Generosity is weird. Generosity is a weird thing because we want to be giving, but if you're giving every day, all the time, you're sooner or later going to have nothing left. So this is in reverse. So this may be more about gratitude than the actual act of giving. The giver and the gift are blessings when received with sincere gratitude. And it can if you need $50 and somebody gives you a quarter, you can go, oh shit, is that all? So you might be struggling with gratitude, and that could be because you're ignoring your intuition. Gratitude isn't always about gifts, right? Gratitude can just be somebody made, I made dinner tonight, so you don't have to. Oh, that's awesome, thanks. And that's sincere gratitude. Going, yeah, but you always cook on Mondays. What's so different about today? And it's like, oh, wait a second. And then you stop and think. Then you get your intuition and go, oh, wait a second. Like, She doesn't have to cook every day. Like, what's going on? I should be grateful whether it's an expected chore or not. Like, I don't know. I'm going in circles because I'm thinking about dinner and I'm getting hungry. But anyway, so this is a simple one. Work on your gratitude. Work on your intuition. Intuition does, intuitively, you know that you should be grateful. There's a lot of things in the world that we should be grateful for, especially when dealing with other people. So working on your intuition will probably automatically, by default, work on your gratitude. And this is about judgment. Again, this is like the third or fourth time we've gotten it. You are approaching a significant moment in your life, which may come with the bells of a major life happening. Now, in a week ahead reading, a major life. Who's doing what? Do it. Fuck it. Do it. Fuck them. You're being asked to do a tarot event at a local library. Like, nobody's going to show up and say, oh, fuck you. Like, that's not happening. And if they don't like it, put your fucking coat on and go home. Sorry. I get a little bit into myself, right? I mean, never worry about imposter syndrome. Bring your cheat sheet. Bring your book. If you're charging, then yeah, it's getting there. I knew I had a few extra minutes, though, because Lisa had to pick up John. So I've got a few extra minutes. You are approaching a significant moment in your life. Okay. So judgment. Yay. So judgment was upright. The world is not out to get you. Nobody's judging you harshly because you're not focusing on your intuition. Nobody's judging you in a bad way because you're not being grateful enough, or they aren't being grateful enough, or whatever. Nothing horrible is happening. A major event when you're doing yeah, damn right. Listen to me. When you are doing, okay, my personal opinion, when I'm doing a week ahead for the collective, we're looking at the mild muted thing. Okay. I am not expecting to win the lottery on Friday because I got this judgment card saying I'm approaching a significant moment. It's a week ahead reading for the collective. So we're not looking for big earth shattering things to happen. But I would say that if you work on your intuition and work on that feeling of generosity, then you're going to end the week feeling like something awesome happened this week relative to what the week has been. So I think this is something that we most definitely have to look forward to as a collective. And I think that working on these two things just as a given is going to do that anyway. And I think that I always think when a reading for the collective comes up, when I do a reading for the collective, I think that for all of us, there's small ways in which this is important for us in that week. For some of us, it's smaller than others and whatever, but yeah. So I think that is the focus of the week that's going to be of the most benefit to the most people that see this. Does that make sense? That's how I view it. That's how I view it. But like I said, I don't see it in this big grandiose way, but I think focusing on your intuition and your gratitude is definitely going to lead to you feeling like you had an awesome fucking week. So there you go. I always want the judgment card to mean I'm winning the lottery, and I never fucking win it. I am getting so disappointed in that card. It's like, if you're going to give me that damn card and there is a cherubim from on high, blah, 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 I want my fucking money. But it doesn't do it that way. But anyway, let's get back to JTK. Okay, wait. Public speaking and a reading. You are just asked to do a tarot event at a local library. I will say that local library, you're going to find, like, when you're at a local library, you're going to find a lot of people doing it for entertainment value. So the stress of trying to get a relevant, accurate reading isn't going to be there, because they're just going to go, oh, titter tee hee, that's fun. I don't think you have to try as hard. I don't think the stakes are as high. Okay, Lisa's a professional tarot reader. When she's doing a reading, she focuses on doing an excellent reading for a lot of reasons. But when you're just doing a small, I don't know, I'm not saying it very well, but like, I don't feel like I'm under pressure when I'm doing these, because I'm very open about how I'm just practicing, just here for shits and giggles, just having a good time, right? So just be honest about what you're bringing to the table, and let everybody have a good time, and don't worry. Oh yeah, you need to be called out. So JTK love letter. JTK. This is the most recent. I'm not going to scroll up forever. I've got a minute to fuck with somebody. It's your turn. We're going to do that. Okay. So the reading for JTK is, What do you need to be comfortable doing this event? Why the devil? Reversed. So, the message is about your own addictions. How much power do you give to those things that do not serve you? Let this card remind you to stand up, cast off your self-imposed chains. That's your chains. Stand up. No. Okay. Let's be a little bit nicer and get another card. Let's be a little bit nicer. So, the devil is about fear. So that is what's going on for you. And Seven of Swords. Sometimes it's better to keep your ideas to yourself. Don't let your enthusiasm reveal things others might like to take. This is a good time to watch for that person who likes to use your ideas while taking all the credit. For now, focus on gathering your thoughts. You can share them later. Well, that was a shitty card. Okay, I'm guessing that this event wasn't your idea. You said you were invited to do the event. You don't have to do it. Honestly, you don't have to do it. And, the devil is your card for the year. So that's throwing off your restrictions, right? So somebody's saying, oh yeah, this is really, I had this really great idea, and JTK is going to do these readings for us, blah, 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 blah. It's like, well, if you care about them taking credit for this, for your skill, yeah, if that bothers you and the way that they're going about it bothers you, then maybe you should say no. I mean, I'll tell you to get. I'll tell you all kinds of shit, but let's get honest. Let's get real. Let's get fair. Let's be fair and stop being dicks about it. If you're not comfortable about the way the event is being handled, the way in which you were asked, or the person who's doing the asking, if there's something about this that makes you uncomfortable, then you're not doing this. You're actually okay. If you are not comfortable doing it anyway, then you are giving in to the devil. How fucked up is that, eh? If you are doing this out of generalized fear, then it's you. Then it's you that it's like, okay, so you need to work on this. But if you are thinking of agreeing to this because this person is fucking with you, not fucking with you, but making you uncomfortable, then you don't have to give in. No matter so you need to think about what's going on, why is it going on? Yeah. I just started doing online readings for local folks, and they saw a post, super sweet person, and it seems like a fun event. I'm just so nervous. Yeah, nothing wrong with being nervous. So let's deal with the nerves. So this goes over there. We don't need those guys back. Fuck them. Four of Wands. It's reversed. Actions you have taken pay off. And that is a payoff. Somebody wants you to be seen in person in your local community. Your actions have paid off with this invitation, right? So others have noticed that your work is putting things together. It's a perfect time to plan the promotion or part of your graduation fete. So basically, yeah, if you do this event, you will get noticed. If you're charging for your readings, then if you do this event and get noticed, you may get more customers. It may be worth doing nervousness or not. Three of Swords reversed. So heartbreak is hard enough. Holding on to those emotions makes it worse. So Three of Swords is reversed. So this is about holding on to those emotions. So that you may be just in the habit of holding on the emotions and not quite letting them go. For a second there, I saw Lisa pop up and it's like, shit, I'm in trouble. You are in charge of your own happiness. No time like now to clear your heart of unwanted visitors. So I'm not seeing a whole lot of do it, don't do it. I really am not. But I will say, like, if all it is a little bit of fear, then it's like unless you're in a huge city with a huge library, you're probably not going to see a lot of activity to begin with. Depending on what they want you to do. And don't forget, if they say, oh, we want to invite you to do this, you can say, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not available for that, but I am available for this. Don't forget, this is a lot of shit going on, right? He's grabbed what, 5 of the 7 swords. You don't have to let him take all 5. You can say, no, you can have one of the swords because it benefits me too, but you can't have them all. Yeah. So I would say based on the cards that I'm getting, is that the three of swords reversed is just try not to worry, try not to let it get to you, right? Try not to let it get to you or take it personally. Pay attention to what's going on. If this is all about making somebody else look good, if this is, okay, when people invite you for events like this, it's to make the event the cause, the situation, blah, 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 blah. But if you think it's going to bring problems that you don't need or hassles or whatever, you can say no. The devil is about deciding, is saying no the trap or is saying yes the trap. Once you figure out which it is, your answer is going to be easy. So take your time and don't be afraid of either answer. And if you decide to do it, do it on your terms. And you'll be good. You'll be good. But, I still don't regret shit talking you because that was fun. But anyway, I had better get going. I've got a little bit of cleaning up to do. I've got people that are going to be showing up any minute now, and I've got to get to that. So I am going to let all you lovely, lovely people go to enjoy the rest of your work. I hope you guys had fun. And again, like, subscribe, ring the bell if you're not already subscribed to Lisa's channel, because I know she would really appreciate the extra. Don't forget to upvote because I'm just fucking awesome. And now I'm saying every other word. All right, I've switched to a new word of the day. This is awesome. Okay, I'm gonna get going, guys. You guys have a great day. Here, one last look. And for anybody who liked the deck and is considering it, this has been around forever. This is it's a US Games deck. So you'll find it on US Games. And if you're getting it through, we picked this one up through Amazon in Canada because US Games doesn't sell to Canada. So it's available on Amazon or through US Games. And yes, this was fun. You guys are quite welcome. I'm back to people. Yeah. Well, you're people. Yeah. I'm back to Anyway, I'll find a new word of the day, and I'm probably going to be live on my channel next week. Lisa and I were originally talking about doing every other week. I'm having fun doing the lives, but I don't know if I want to do, well, I've got my own baby channel that I'm playing with too. So I don't know if I'm going to be on that channel next week or back here next week. We'll decide, and we'll let you know later. And in the meantime, have fun. Have a great day. Don't forget, like, subscribe, ring the bell, leave a comment. Leave me a comment. I need comments. I need the validation. No, I don't really care. You guys are awesome. Anyway, see you later. Bye.